Waiting on Garrett like always.
Hit the button.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This week on Humpcast, roller derby girls from the LA Renegades light it up in studio. Have SpaceX to the moon. Science finds 7 habitable planets. Steve Harvey rigged the best picture. Trailers for Kong and Alien Covenant reel us in. And that's it. You're listening to Humpcast. Welcome to Humpcast, everybody, the show where a couple of buds get buzzed and take shots and get paid with the girls from LA Renegades. My name's Garrett Lee.
I'm Ryan D.
And I'm Ricky C.
And today we have very special guests. We have 3 lovely ladies from the LA Renegades. Please introduce yourselves, ladies.
I'm JJ Punch.
I'm Lunatic. And I'm Time Bomb.
What's up? And I just fixed my headphones in time to hear any of that.
Yeah, mine are cutting in and out. I think I might.
So
just
are
take
mine.
them off.
Welcome.
We have a lot more guests than we usually do, so we're using secondary equipment. Sorry about that. But yeah, welcome everybody.
Yes, thanks for coming in.
Yep.
Thanks for having us.
So we start up every show with some alcohol.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Ricky, what you
We
drinking?
figured that out.
Yeah.
I'm drinking this Mega Wheat Double IPA from Stone.
Mega weed.
Mega weed.
Mega Wheat. Mega Weed.
Oh
No, it's
no, it's
Mega Wheat.
Way better if it was mega weed.
Yeah,
Mega
that
Weed.
would be way better. It says it's a thrashing of Moteca, Mosaic, and Mandarina.
Thrashing?
And Bavaria hops. And it has a really cool logo on it. This sweet skull.
Looks like a skull crusher.
Skull Crusher.
That's
That's it.
cute.
Yeah. Marble and Odell, I guess it's another brewery that they kind of collaborated with for this. So pretty sweet. And it's also very tasty.
This is stupid that this is how I have to have my headphones.
Is that why is that you have to have that?
No, because they only work if I bend really low or I have them like bent this
It's
way,
the
like as
stupid-ass
visors.
splitter.
Just be like Cyclops for
Oh, but
the,
those-
No,
those
the
are-
episode.
no, these are my
Those
these are
are
my
your
old
spares.
my old spare
I see.
headphones.
So we both have shitty headphones.
yeah
and
right
a
now
shitty
because
splitter.
usually we use
Yeah,
those.
we gave our
Ours are
guests the
nice.
best
Ours are
episode.
nice.
You-
Mine
you-
worked well, thank you.
We gave you the good
You're
ones.
welcome.
So you're welcome.
Only the best for our guests.
Exactly.
It's all right.
Ryan,
speaking-
Ryan D,
yeah,
what are
Ryan.
you drinking?
I brought in this cute little bottle of Maker's Mark,
I saw that.
and
I was
I'm also
actually
keeping it
commenting
West
how
Coast
cute it
with
was.
Modelo's. You know,
Boom.
West Coast.
keeping it real.
Ryan D has a primary and secondary drink. And then, of course, we brought in the ladies. Ladies, we appear to be having some Power Ranger shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of what? What is that?
Pink Power Rangers.
I don't know.
The Power Rangers. We have a big ass bottle of Maker's Mark.
Whoa, that's all that's left already.
well, we took shots, bro.
Yeah, bro, you
didn't
missed
have
out.
any?
Ryan was
No.
late.
Ryan was
down
very
the
late.
front.
I think it
Oh,
was
yeah, you did
full
that one.
last week.
Yeah, it was.
It
And then
happens.
I'm just doing a Maker's Mark and Coke, cherry Coke, basically.
Cherry Cola.
Cherry Coke. This might be my 4th. It might not be. I don't know.
Who's counting?
Who's counting?
No one's counting.
No
It's
one's
fine.
counting.
It's cool.
It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. So, ladies, hi. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Lovely. I like how you guys answer sometimes in unison, and it's
Yeah.
like Charlie's Angels.
Garrett's favorite movie.
Garrett's
It's my
dream
favorite.
right here.
It's actually in my
He's
top 10
Bosley.
movies. I'm Bosley. Yeah, that's how it works. Hi, Garrett.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wait, you go first. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, ladies. So you are from the LA Renegades. For those of our listeners that don't really know anything at all about roller derby, can you kind of explain what it is and anything about your team that you want to say?
Go for it, Rico. Myself? All right, cool. So roller derby is kind of
Oh, also speak directly into the
directly
mic.
into it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay,
if
all
you
right.
can hear
It's very
yourself,
odd.
then perfect.
Sweet. Roller derby is like high contact, intense sport. Lots of hitting, lots of crazy intense action. Essentially, it's just craziness on wheels. So we actually play 2 rule sets. So we play a no rules rule set, which is the
I
Renegades
like that.
style.
That's how I play life.
AKA
Right.
no rules.
Right, anything goes really. So kicking out skates, pull downs, all these things
Guns,
tend to
knives.
happen. No weapons,
Poison.
but
Prison
I bring
rules, huh?
knives
But
every
we've
time.
got-
Shivs. Yeah,
Every
there we
time.
go.
So that one's a pretty intense set. And then there's also WIFTA, which is basically a regulated rule set, internationally recognized. So we play both styles. WIFTA is a little more more rule centric, and the Renegade, you have a little more ability to do whatever you want. So
It's really fun.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Crazy
Damn.
fun.
Yeah, I don't know, Jess, if you want to explain the game.
So Renegade, it's like you said, full contact. You can do pretty much whatever the hell you want, but
Nice.
our team plays by a motto of we want a clean play. So I'm only going to hit you the way I want you to hit me back. I'm not going to go to punch you in your face, even though that's allowed.
Okay.
Like, because please don't punch me in the face,
Yeah,
right?
right.
so there's no really such thing as like a foul or.
Yeah, in
There's
Renegade
no-
there
Okay.
isn't.
There's no bars, no
Nice.
Yeah,
penalties.
there's nothing. We don't have any refs. Literally, the only thing we have are people in the middle of the track ready to break fights up.
They're called
shit.
brawl
The
busters.
brawl
The brawl
busters.
busters.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
I've still never been to one of these, but now I really want to go.
No,
You should
seriously,
come out
me
and do
too.
one.
Why?
Yeah.
Definitely.
You
come
would
out.
like it. It's
Oh, I
fun.
don't know if I want to do that.
No,
But
no, it's fun.
I want to go watch.
We've actually been around like roller derby for a while, but we just never
wanna get
actually
punched in the
really seen
face.
one.
Yeah,
Oh.
A
roller
match.
derby's kind of awesome. There's
Yeah.
there's two positions. You've got jammers and then you've got blockers.
Yeah.
So jammers are your point scorers. Basically, they start off in a line right behind a set of blockers. So there's 4 blockers each team, 2 jammers, 1 on each team.
Nice.
And the jammer's sole purpose is to try to break through that pack, kind of like a Red Rover status, right? Get through, and their
Okay.
whole
Yeah, I always forget. We had a what was it? Infinity
Infinity
roller derby.
yeah. They're
And they
actually
explained
local
everything to me,
organizations
but
that-
I
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
forget. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what? I don't know what the premise of this game is.
Yeah,
It's just girls beating the shit out of each other on roller skates.
That would be
It
Renegade.
sounds awesome. I don't know why we haven't actually gone.
I know.
Yeah,
What
you
the
should.
fuck?
You
We're
should.
I would
fucking
say-
up.
I
Go
will
to a
be.
game,
We're sleeping
go to
on this.
Renegade.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll talk
Renegade
about
shit.
it later, but we definitely
Yeah.
want to know when your matches are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We'll bring it up, but we actually
Yeah,
have
later.
one coming up. So.
Where do you
Okay.
guys
Oh, hell
practice
yeah.
at?
We practice over at Wingate Park and over in Covina, so
Okay.
pretty local.
Very,
Not the
very
one with the
local.
Very
skate
local.
park, is it?
Yep. It's not a skate park. It's just a regular park.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a
It's a
hockey
hockey
rink. Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's one. That's West Covina, I guess.
That's actually
Yeah.
where the game's going to be on the 18th
Oh,
of
okay.
March.
Yeah. There's the hockey rink
Yep.
and,
Sweet.
and
Yeah.
the skate
Yep.
park.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, I went to one when I was a kid. But that was the one that had like it actually had like a
The bank
Bank
track.
the
track.
bank
Bank
track.
track. I was like,
yeah,
rules?
Yeah. Fuck rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
more
so
rules
I mean
than
that was
what
a
we're used to.
long
Yeah.
time ago. What happened?
That's more rules than what we're used to on bank track.
Yeah, Bank
Yeah.
Track's kind of like a hybrid as far as rules. There's more rules than Renegade, but less rules than WIF does. So it's kind of like an in-betweensies. But that's, anyone you say roller derby, they're going to think Bank Track. So
Right.
There's
Yeah.
Definitely.
actually a lot of action with flat track, too, whether that's the rule side or the Renegade style. So
Well, it's mostly because of that movie. What is it?
Whip
With
It.
Ellen
It.
Page.
Whip It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She fucked it up.
Yeah.
I've literally never seen the movie, but I've seen
Me
the trailer.
either.
I've seen the trailer, so I'm like, I know what roller derby is. I got it.
It wasn't
No,
bad.
Was it? You
It's,
saw
it's
it?
not a bad
pretty
I
good.
saw parts of
Yeah.
it and it looked really stupid.
It's
But
actually-
I mean, I also
it
coming
probably
from somebody who doesn't know the whole.
yeah.
about
If
it.
you're like a roller derby person, it probably sucks.
Yeah,
but,
sure,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was definitely a movie that got a lot of people
Inspired.
wanting to play roller derby.
right.
I'm not gonna lie, I had seen roller derby growing up, and that just kind of re-sparked the fire after so many years. So it was a good thing because I know that Marie saw that movie and decided that she wanted to play roller derby, and Marie's fucking amazing, which is Lucifer. You guys will see her if you guys come out. She's an amazing
Lucifer.
drummer.
Lucy.
She'll kick everyone's
Fucking
ass.
names always crack me up.
She
Dude.
kicks ass.
Yeah.
I love
Names are
that
the
you all
best
have like
part.
those like nicknames for everything. Are they on your jerseys
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
They're on our
On the
backs.
back.
They're on your backs.
Yeah.
Do
For the live feed.
it's kind of funny because in a way you guys are almost like a biker gang. Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah,
you
we
are.
get in fights, we drink a lot. No.
Yeah, JJ Fighter over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I just Your bikes are your I mean, skates. I mean,
Yeah.
like in
Yeah.
There you
pretty
go.
much.
like I mean in the sense that like you are kind of the responsible for like everybody kind of has a job, right?
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
there's new people that are like prospects.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Fresh meat, we call them fresh
Right,
meat or
that's-
baby steppers.
that's
Fresh
like
meat.
that's like some fucking Sons of Anarchy shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
And then,
First I
and
have to
then
get jumped
also,
in.
You also earn your jersey, so
Yeah.
you have to
Right.
Oh my
exactly.
God,
Like
yeah.
you earn your
True.
patch.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my God,
You
we're
get jumped
biker
in.
gang.
We're a biker gang.
On four
Holy
wheels.
fuck,
Anyway,
wait, don't think about
They're gonna start thinking of you as organized crime.
Yeah, I'm already
10 minutes,
there.
no
We're good.
faces.
We are the Hell's
Faces.
Renegades. Hell's Renegades of LA.
Body shots only 10 minutes. You gotta last.
So so you guys practice like once a week or how many times a week?
No, it's extreme.
It's pretty
More than that?
Make JJ laugh.
It's like I don't know, but just all the time.
Practice is
All the time.
offered Sunday through Wednesday.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So mandatory
wow.
practice is Sunday and Wednesday, And for us three that we are part of the rules set team, it's Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. And Sunday we're there for 4 hours. Monday we're there for 2 hours. Tuesday's optional.
I go on Tuesdays.
Oh, I would always.
show up
They
sometimes.
both
I would
go.
always not go on Tuesday.
I don't go.
I'd
And
be
then
that
I
Wednesday
missed the
is
last two.
mandatory.
Okay.
And then all the girls would talk shit, be like, she never fucking shows up. He never shows It's optional, but that means you should still show up once in a while.
Optional means we find out how much
Once
of a
in a
bitch you are.
Hey.
Yeah,
Ryan
exactly.
D, bitch.
For sure. 100%.
Check mark. Check mark.
Highlight
Bitch.
it.
100%.
Circle it. Everything.
There's this tiny like you can't really see it, but it's like.
Isn't that secret magic ink where you have to like go over it?
It's like okay, UV ink says Ryan D's a bitch, so
That's what they're gonna like. They're gonna secretly embroider it in my jersey.
Yeah.
your
Subliminal message
your
into there.
your
somehow?
nickname is on the back, but it's like in tiny glitter like sewing. It's just like bitch. So just when someone's taking a picture with flash,
Okay,
it
derby
says
name,
bitch.
be rich.
Be rich. Oh.
I like it.
There we go.
I like it.
Boom. That's Ryan's.
Yep.
By the end of the show, we're all gonna have new names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Be
Most
rich.
definitely.
Be
That's a
rich.
great idea.
Be rich for Ryan.
Be
All right.
rich.
So your guys' job is by the end of the show, you come up with names for all of us. He's
Done.
now
There
Be
you go.
Rich.
Done.
Be rich works because it's ironic because that's something I'll never be.
Hey.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah,
There we
does.
go. I have this full screen. I didn't even like check the fucking comments.
but that's Jesus Christ. You guys practice like 3 times a week. That's crazy.
yeah.
I mean, like,
Before.
I don't know. That just seems so. It's just funny. Roller skating to me is just it's so difficult. Like you see people do it, and then you would think everybody could do that or anybody could do it, but
Yeah.
like man,
It's
the minute
really,
you
really
put two
early.
things like under my feet that like under both my feet, like I grew up skateboarding and snowboarding. Like
Yeah.
I'm fine with both my feet strapped into something like together, but the minute that I am separated and I have like no control, I have no control. Like skiing,
I'm just like
rollerblading,
a
like anything.
first
like
time
that.
baby walking.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the worst. I
Really?
spent most of my time on my back last time I went ice skating.
Ooh.
So
God.
Ice skating I find more difficult than roller skating or rollerblading, but that's just me personally.
Yeah.
yeah,
I've
well,
never
yeah.
been.
It's been so
But
long
ice
since I've done
skating.
either.
That's
of
just my
those.
point. I
Yeah.
can't ski
I'm
either.
extremely mediocre. I'm extremely mediocre at all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say this though. I've done ice skating 4 times and never fallen, but I've never really done anything except for just skated in one. Just like I was like, go around in a circle. Yes, I did it.
Yeah, I think last time I did that, I
Nailed
ate
it.
shit.
Nailed it.
Oh, I fell quite a bit, and ice hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would
It's
imagine.
unforgiving.
It's like, oh, it's hard. Oh, it's cold too.
You just lay there.
It
They
was
don't
like
kind
10
of be like.
This is how bad it was.
in
It
your
was
favor.
It was 10 years ago, and I never went again.
Never again.
I was like, never again. I'm never going ice skating again. I think the last time I strapped on rollerblades or something was for a dare to go down a hill with like rollerblades.
Really?
I hadn't done it since I was like 12 years old.
Actually, I
probably.
like rollerblades. To be honest,
You would.
I liked rollerblades too. And then
Brink, bro. Shout out Brink.
Shut up,
Brink.
Best rollerblade movie.
All right, you're cutting off our guest here.
Sick reference there, bro. Oh, thanks, bud. Dude, your references are out of control. Everyone knows that.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows that.
Anyway, so you guys have a game.
I got a
coming up
like
in
for
March?
Brink.
yeah, we have a game coming up on March 18th.
Is that the no rules one?
No
yeah,
rules.
actually, it's a doubleheader. So
Nice.
you
Prison
guys,
rules.
you guys
Boom.
talked about wanting to rollerblade or rollerblading in the past or roller
Yeah.
skating. There's actually a men's team. Our coach is part of it. So our
Oh,
opening
God.
game is going to be the men's roller
Yeah, it's
derby
gonna be the
team.
men.
Yeah.
Drive-by City Rollers, and they're going to open it up with rules.
Drive by. Everyone bring their own gun.
No, they're pretty gangster.
They are pretty gangster.
They're pretty fucking awesome.
So they're going to open us up, and then the second game is going to be the headlining game, which is our girls, the LA Renegade Roller Girls, against the Tucsons, the Renegade Roller Girls of Tucson. And
No,
it's-
Phoenix.
Sorry, it is Phoenix.
Phoenix.
That's right.
It's the first time Phoenix,
That's
is
right.
coming back. The team that started it all started.
They
Renegades.
died and then came back as a rising phoenix.
Whichever way you want to look at it. So Phoenix started Renegade. They
Okay.
decided they wanted to break up from the WFDA, the rules, and get like past all the limitations there. So
A
they
raw
sta-
form of roller.
They
derby.
started
Yeah.
the Renegade Roller League, and
Had to come out here to
Okay.
do it.
sorry,
Just right here.
Right here.
If it's touching your lips,
weird.
it's perfect.
It's so weird.
I know.
have to turn
It's
you
weird.
down now
I'm
if you
sorry.
talk-
Not-
it's
Yeah.
really not that weird having something that close.
No, it isn't. But I
wasn't gonna do it.
I wasn't gonna say that.
It's not the color I'm used
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
Okay.
Just right here. Perfect.
Turned
So
right.
Renegade
Perfect.
started all. I've been on the team. This is my 4th season. I've never played Phoenix. They've had a hard time recruiting players since I've been on the team, so I'm actually excited to finally see them out because it's the mother team of Renegade.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. And
Nice.
Again, it's gonna be at the hockey center over in West Covina, like you said. I think it's
Yeah.
Cal Street Hockey Center.
I
Kels-
forget. I
yeah.
just know.
Yeah, it's Cal Street Hockey.
Yep.
Sounds
It's
good.
what,
Hockey
off of-
Association.
Hockey Association. There you go. It starts
I've
at
been-
5.
yeah, I've been
doors
posting
open at
that
5.
everywhere.
5:30 is when the game starts, and then it'll be the 2 games. So you get
Awesome.
2 derby games for the price of 1.
Hell
Time.
yeah.
$10.
You mentioned the man team. Like
Yes.
I feel like I would just get the shit kicked out of me on the female team anyway.
You should do it.
Oh yeah.
The men's
What?
team
No,
is
he has a
insane.
medical reason why he shouldn't do it.
Yeah. No, Ryan should not do that.
Ryan should not
he has
do
glass
that.
bones. He's not
Yeah,
good at that.
his flat feet, all of the things you can think that are.
Ryan is the last person
No.
out of the three of us.
Flat feet.
I would rather have Ricky or
crooked
myself
spine,
or my little sister, anyone besides Ryan, go into some sort of battle like that.
Ryan will just die straight up.
Yeah.
First hip check.
Possible.
You guys want
my
to
leg
try
will
it
fall
out?
off.
If you change your mind, they're always recruiting as well.
Yes.
So,
All
as
right.
are we.
Literally recruiting
I won't
happens
change my
all
mind.
year round.
Yeah. I've never been in a fight in
Shout
my
out
life.
drive-bys.
my point is, I would probably get the shit kicked in with you guys just rolling around with
Oh, yeah.
with
No,
like,
you would.
girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
No,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah,
probably
girls.
about
Yeah,
that.
no,
No,
you're
100%.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly, when Renegade started, LA Renegade started, our coach wouldn't wear any type of pads, not even the helmet. Now he's totally geared out. Like
Totally geared out.
Totally geared out.
He
because
looks like he's
knows-
teaching a self-defense class. where
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
knows that he's
Let's go.
taught us so well that we're gonna take him out.
Yeah.
Hey, so what is it
It's like
about
one of those
having?
bomb suits.
Yeah.
I've
He
just
actually has one.
it's a hurt locker situation going on.
That's exactly what he wears to practice.
with the last team that we had in here or group or whatever. I noticed that, well, they had a male coach too. Is that like a theme or something? I mean, that's how it was in that movie too. They had, and he wore like Daisy Dukes.
I've never seen the movies. I don't, yeah.
And he was like a hippie looking like just that
Our
was their
coach
coach.
doesn't look like a hippie.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Although that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Is there some
Coach,
sort of
work
like
on that,
reasoning behind that or like a theory
I
of
don't
as
think
to
so.
why?
He's like,
I mean-
I get my ass kicked by so many women. I want you guys to kick their asses back. So I'm gonna teach you.
and do they?
It's so true.
Well, the
Okay.
last, I'll let you answer that. But the last group we had in, they had it was somebody's brother that was the coach.
Right.
So his sister was on the team or something like that. So that's why he was the coach. Is it always somebody like that? Like just
So sometimes it's like just someone that hangs around or whatever. So Steve actually from
If you're just there
Just
long
hang
enough, we're
around.
like, yeah, you want to
go get a job.
Come hang out. You can coach
you
later.
never know. You never know. So
No.
the other team that we spawned from, SoCal Renegades, he actually was, I think, hanging out with one of the girls that started at Myra, and so he was just hanging out all the time. And then they needed a coach, and he volunteered up and said, "Are you sure?" and coached them. And then time passed, and he decided to coach us. So he just kind of got involved by it's just natural. There are some girl coaches out there too, though. I think some
Quite
of
a
our
few.
sister teams have
Quite
a
a
girl
few.
coach, but
A lot of WIFTA teams have it. There's, I think, Red Rum might have a girl coach.
They do.
Actually, Drive-By's coach
Is
which
a girl.
Is a girl.
Oh.
And she coaches the guys.
she is.
I feel like that would
Yeah.
make sense to me, especially if you played
Drive-by
the
is
game
a-
and
is
been
a
like a
team
pass.
or a
I think
person?
pass
Drive-by.
player.
Drive-by
Drive-by is
yeah.
the men's roller
It's
derby.
the men's roller derby team.
I was like, it just became way more way more appealing to
Just
me
happened.
Yeah,
They have two
female
female
coaches.
coaches.
Wow.
now. Double more appealing for me.
Are they past players?
Yeah. Actually, they currently are players.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, see,
Especially if someone knows the
just,
game, I feel like I want them to teach me.
Like, isn't that
Right.
pretty interesting though? That like now, like the male
role
team
reversal?
has exactly. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird.
I think roller derby is like really interesting because it like kind of breaks those stigmas. Females
Oh,
being
yeah.
like
Right.
100%.
super empowered, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because when I take coach out, it's an amazing feeling. I don't know if you guys feel it,
Yeah.
but I definitely do feel it.
I don't know. He always
Like a
kills
mission.
me.
I
He
always
always
die.
mentions,
I
can we
always
knock
die.
coach down, or can we at least make him stumble on his skates?
Yeah.
That would be
Yes.
amazing.
No, we celebrate it. If
We
if
do.
we hit him out,
Yeah.
it's even
Uh,
out of the line.
Yeah.
It's a
we
huge
gloat
celebration.
For like, at least a month.
Huge.
I have this awesome image in my head of just some guy in the Hurt Locker suit just being taken out by a girl. He's on his back. He's like, I asked for this.
He's one of the juggernaut suits from fucking Call of Duty.
That's exactly what he wears.
Run drills.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Everyone take a lap. I'll be back up in a second.
It's on his back. Just trying to get up.
Coach, are you okay?
Like,
Take a lap.
like the kid from Christmas Story when he has all the
Oh
layers on.
yeah. The bass jacket.
Can't put my arms down. Jesus.
That's awesome.
The one guy that's on that's at the practices is a fucking target. Is basically
Well,
Yeah.
now we have
That's
Mikey
what he signed
too.
up for.
Yeah, we have Mikey. He's also on that
Drive-by?
the
Yeah.
team.
He's also another target too. Sometimes
Yeah.
The drive-bys.
It's so gangster.
it's
So
just
gangster.
it's magical to
are
watch
they a
him
bunch of
play.
are they a bunch of cholos on roller skates?
No,
No.
that'd be pretty cool. We
That
should
would
start
be
doing
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
amazing.
Start
That would be
team.
the best thing I could ever
Yeah,
imagine.
best case scenario, they're all
Get on
wearing
it,
like
guys.
parody Raiders jerseys.
I really,
yes.
and they're on roller skates.
I really,
All shaved heads.
I want to start a series of us three just trying random shit and pretty much probably
Come on down to
failing so
practice.
so
You know where to
badly.
find
You should
us.
just try it.
Come down to
Humpcast-
practice. We
yeah.
have loner
Do
gear.
it.
We're gonna be.
Humpcast versus
We
3
have
drive-bys. We just die.
They're
We
gonna
should
kill
do
you.
that.
We're gonna
Let's
do
go.
it.
Blah, 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 blah. And then we
We're
go
gonna
in
do
there
it.
and
So
just.
Ryan's got to be like extra safe. We're gonna
No, we're gonna wrap,
strap some pillows
we're gonna
to
wrap
Oh,
Ryan
I'll
in
get
bubble
bubble
wrap.
wrap from work.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
there
We
we
got
go.
it.
Ryan gets
I'll
bubble
make
wrap.
sure I
Around
get
his neck.
insurance before then.
Yeah. You
That
should
too.
sign
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I also need health insurance.
Let's do that.
That's right. We both that's why we both quit skateboarding for this year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gonna need that.
Coming
gonna
next
cut
year,
this
you
out
have
for the
Humpcast
government.
tries shit.
yeah.
I'm gonna cut this part out of the.
What? It doesn't even matter anymore. I don't even know if you can get
It starts
fined
tomorrow.
anymore.
Mine starts tomorrow.
Your insurance?
Good,
All
good
right.
job.
Tomorrow.
All right,
You
so
can come tomorrow.
if
I
you
mean,
want to
uh,
fuck
Yeah,
up Ricky C, you
tomorrow.
want to fuck up Ricky C, do it right now.
It's very minimal. Very expensive.
Since, do it, do
What
it
the
tomorrow.
fuck now?
Do it tomorrow when he's insured. Which since we're on the topic, what kind of injuries do like people?
Yeah. Like,
get
what's the
on
worst thing
this?
that's happened?
What have you witnessed anything? Or
Yes.
I'd imagine.
I actually
hold
have
on,
my
can I
own
guess-
stories.
Can I guess
Well, not
what
my
like
own
the number one is? I'd imagine like a bunch of broken tailbones.
I'm pretty sure that
Bruised.
happened. all
Bruised
the
tailbone?
time.
Bruised tailbone.
Bruised,
Yeah.
a couple broken
I
or
fractured mine a few
fractured.
times. So there's,
Oh my
yeah.
The
Gosh.
biggest injury I've seen, and it's been during a game, was someone broke their ankle. My first home game where all my family went to, and they were so concerned that they wanted me to quit.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
We have a lot of like muscle tears too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
MCL, ACL tears.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I've seen ankle breaks. I've
Yeah.
seen shoulders come out of place.
Oh, yeah.
Dislocated. I've had mine
Damn.
stretched. Some
I-
people get some really crazy.
I tore my hamstring during a game, and all I could do was
That's not
wrap it a
fun.
little bit and keep playing because we still had half
You
the
kept
game
playing?
left.
Hell
Yeah.
you
we
keep
go.
Oh my
playing.
god.
That's a trooper right there.
How is
Yeah.
that possible?
I'd be out of commission for months
Yeah.
after that.
Christ.
I did my best to wrap it. It
Jesus.
didn't really do anything, but
Yeah, it doesn't do
I
shit.
still had to go out there and
Poured
finish
some
my
beer
job.
on it, and there
Yeah.
we go.
That's exactly
Just
what
rub
we
some
did.
dirt on it.
I would love to see someone like LeBron do that shit. Like he'd be like touched by somebody else and be like, "Oh Jesus,
I'm out for
Just
the rest
flop.
of the season.
I'm out. I can't. I got a broken dorsalis muscle again. Can't do it. Spinal muscle is broken." No, I actually have a
back. My back is broken.
Vertebrae or
Well,
what portion?
Spinal.
I have a coworker who actually she's on Infinity and she broke like her leg or something. She's out for like a long time. She's just posting pictures of like she had surgery, she had plates and screws and everything in there.
Oh shit.
It was a
Ouch.
practice.
Oh,
Ouch.
wow.
Oh,
That's
shit.
Yeah.
usually where I think a lot of
injuries do happen during
I
practice.
Yeah.
think the top one has to be ankle,
Yeah.
and it's just because people don't know how to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very
Yeah, it's
very
all
new.
the newer,
So I don't know
yeah,
exactly
that
what happened, but
happens a
she's
lot.
like, I can't come to work anymore because I broke my foot.
That was my second
Yeah.
guess was ankles.
Ankles,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's got to be. I've actually seen
I've
Two.
seen two
I've seen-
broken ankles.
Yeah.
One during a game, one during practice.
I've seen
mine were
3.
during practice.
One was
Damn.
during a beach skate.
And do those?
Oh, yeah,
Whoa,
beach
it's
skate.
bad.
What's that?
We just decided to go skating at the beach. It was
Oh,
like,
Oh,
also we were
it was
punching
Literally,
people.
when it sounds.
it was literally
Not a
just a
game.
beach skate.
yeah, it was literally
Oh.
just a beach skate.
Just strolling.
I
I was
Okay.
like 2
personally
months
keep
into
marks
skating
on
and
my
I
arm.
witnessed an
All the
ankle
people I
break,
hit.
and I was like,
Damn.
No,
Wow.
Coach hates those. By the way, if anybody's watching,
What?
Coach hates those beach skate things. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Sand and skates. I feel like it doesn't go well
It
together.
doesn't.
That's how
No,
Ricky. That's
not
how,
as well as sand and blood.
yeah.
That's how Ricky broke his leg. We were just skateboarding.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were just riding our boards, and he
Just street skating.
just and he
street
just
skating.
fell over, and his leg fucking
happens.
broke in half.
It happens.
Oh my god.
When we were kids, it was pretty funny.
It was cool.
Wow.
it's funny now.
It's funny now, man. It was
Yeah.
terrifying,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
back then
Yeah.
his leg was sideways, and then
Ugh.
and I thought he was just being dramatic until I like looked up his pant leg, and I was like, oh my god,
Did the
That
bone
is
come
your
out?
bone.
it was like
No
rubbing
bone out,
he had
but
a-
it was like up to like you can see it like coming like poking through the skin.
yeah, it was right there. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
pretty
you
sweet.
didn't break your leg, you're just being a bitch. And then I rolled, I rolled up his pant leg. I'm like, go.
Yeah. So Ryan did that, and like he was with me the whole time, right? So my dad takes me back to the house, and he's like, "Oh no, I think you just sprained your ankle." Meanwhile, Ryan knows for a fact, and I know for a fact my leg is broken. And it wasn't until like I started going to the shock where it's like I felt like I was like like I was probably like 100 degrees, but I felt like I was freezing.
Yeah.
My dad's just like, "All right, we should probably go to the hospital
Start
now."
turning white. Yeah.
Oh.
God.
And that was the first time I ever got morphine.
Ooh.
So that was cool.
He's like, and now I'm addicted. So
Well,
I haven't stopped since.
the new thing's Dilaudid. That's what that's what they gave me in the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. That's like the heroin of
Yeah.
everyone
medical
says it
industry.
sounds low and cutting out sometimes.
Cutting
Yeah,
out
it's-
as in
we'll figure
popping?
that out.
Popping? We popping?
I feel like it's just because there's so many of us.
Yeah,
and-
there's.
and
I think
the
that's
feeds
probably
is-
what it is. Is so
Yeah,
many
I'm kinda
people
going
talking
up
at
and
once
down.
because
It's just gonna
it's something
fucking-
new every week. That's the thing, and I think it's
just gonna
because
happen.
there's so many. If we're all talking,
Welcome
at
to
once.
episode number 2.
Yeah, fuck it. we're experiencing new shit every time. That's the thing.
It's
Some
always
weeks are
evolving.
amazing. Some
We're
weeks
always
aren't.
evolving.
We're good. We're
Might have
good. We're
to
good.
figure out something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, they think you're cute. Just
Who?
who's that?
a lot of people.
Oh, thanks.
They're talking about me?
Come to the game.
Yeah,
They're talking about
so,
us?
I meant Ryan.
Damn it.
It must be his purple headphones.
It is.
That's
oh
what
yeah,
got me.
it is.
Was the purple
Yeah,
headphones.
the purple headphones.
Well, you
Got
know,
me.
You had me at purple.
they're pretty. they're nice, but they look like they're shitty.
sound like
Like, they sound like shit. Yeah.
That's the only thing going for them is that
It
color.
really is. Don't buy Beats, guys. Don't buy them. No
Save
matter
your
what
money.
Dr. Dre tells you.
All right, guys. So
He's not a
so
real doctor.
For people that want to check you guys out, where can they kind of see you in action? Where are the shows? Or well, I don't know if you call them shows.
Can they
Bouts.
follow
Bouts.
you?
Bouts. Where are the
Bouts.
bouts?
Get it
like
right.
you're about to open a can of whoop ass.
Oh.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Damn.
I did not come up with that.
So the bout venue changes from game to game. And our home games, literally, you just have to be patient about Jesus
At
Christ.
about.
Can I have one of those?
Just be very patient with us because sometimes we have issues with the bout that we think the venue is okay with, and at the end of the day, it isn't. So you just have to make sure you're following us on Facebook, following us on Instagram, Twitter. We even have a Snapchat, and to be up to date on that because it does change sometimes. Right now,
You guys are like the fight club of roller derby.
Yeah,
We really are.
We
really
are.
Literally.
You definitely want to be following them. So check them
Yes.
out. Check them out for sure.
Sometimes they'll get kicked out of their venue.
Yeah, that's
We-
happened.
Seriously.
Wait, has it?
Has that really
Yeah.
happened? Really?
Not
Yeah.
because of
Oh,
us,
shit.
but-
I just
Yeah.
made
We
that
used to
up.
play down in Torrance, and we got kicked out of that venue
Because
because they
of-
decided they don't like roller derby
yeah.
anymore. So
Yeah.
Wait, so actually,
Wow.
that brings up a good point. Like, how many fights break out at these things? I can imagine.
yeah,
like,
because like Ryan loves hockey.
yeah, but fights break out
Yeah,
all the
how-
fucking
I've also
time.
just been my first hockey game. That was amazing.
Yeah,
so.
and I've never been to
I only
either.
imagine
That's the only
roller
reason
derby.
I like hockey.
That's
is
part of the
because
reason.
the
I mean, it's part of the
yeah.
reason why I like hockey too. But
100%. That was the
amazing.
best
So
Rest
do
of it's
do
boring.
do fights really break out and also put your mics a little bit closer?
You think it's boring, really?
It's more the players. I
It's-
don't think the fans get into fights. It's more
No.
definitely the
No,
players.
no, no. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying.
that's
Just
the plan.
what we're
making
talking
sure.
about.
That's what I'm saying.
Just making sure.
Yeah, sometimes they happen, and sometimes it's because people are trying to be showy or
Yeah.
be there for the crowd. So one of our
Yeah.
last games last year, or a couple of them, I got kind of like hogtied in the back. Like the person kind of, I'm the jammer. I'm trying to get points.
Oh, right,
And they
right.
tackled me and pulled my arms behind me, so I couldn't do anything.
Oh,
I was just
shit.
sitting
Oh,
there.
shit.
So I mean, they're kind of staged a little bit. Sometimes they're not, but it all depends. And we
Oh,
have
yeah,
those brawl
the time
busters.
we guest skated.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, we weren't staging shit. They were staging.
I was
everything.
like, how do you
No,
stage
we
a
don't
brawl?
stage
You're like,
nothing.
no.
Yeah. We LA Renegades is all about the points. We aren't gonna play
We're
around.
there to win.
We're there to
not
win.
there to play games. Like, yeah. we're
Yeah.
Right.
So
We're
All right.
here to
All
fuck
right.
shit up.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
most definitely.
Exactly. And we just have to roll with the punches if someone else literally rolls with the punches. So we
Yeah.
react.
Yeah.
That still didn't really answer my question. I wanted
Okay,
a good
I'll answer
story.
your question. Okay, so last year, somebody took one of our
2 years
players
ago.
out. 2 years ago. Sorry.
Wait.
Sorry.
Guest skate or
We
the
guest
last
skated.
game? Okay.
Okay, well, I've gotten into 2 fights.
What does that mean?
So-
Guest skated. Oh,
Uh,
it means like you're a visitor.
We go
Yeah.
help
all right.
somebody.
We go
yeah.
help another team that is short skaters.
Oh, I
Right.
see.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're okay.
Guest
We're literally
skating.
guest
Yeah.
skating.
Got
You're
it.
guest
We're
skating.
the
That
guest
makes sense.
skaters.
It's literal.
Yeah, Ellie.
I know.
doesn't-
I feel like there's like
don't use
we
guest
keep
skaters.
we keep
Yeah.
thinking
What
there's
is beach
like
skating?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
What is this code word?
What is what is roller skating?
Yeah.
What is a
You
roller
use skates and then you roll around.
You skate over someone's neck? Yeah,
I mean, if they get in the way.
Is it like a
But-
baking
Are you
term?
skating on blades?
Yeah,
Blades
no,
of glory?
No rollerblades. Blades of Glory, yes. Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
So, 2 years ago,
2
I
years
guess.
ago.
Okay, somebody was in the way and somebody hit somebody. And
My bad.
I just don't appreciate people doing things to my teammates that they shouldn't be doing.
Mhm.
So I went and pounced on that girl, and I think I was just punching like her butt
You're
and
like,
legs and stuff. Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna punch you. I'm not just gonna go like pull your hair because that's
Yeah.
bitch
Her
shit.
name is JJ Punch.
So-
so.
Like,
Yeah,
whoops.
her name is JJ
JJ
Punch.
Punch.
So that was the first one. It wasn't anything
Yeah.
too exciting.
The last one was when we were
We
in
went
New
to
York
New York. Somebody grabbed the jammer
by the neck.
by the neck.
Whoa.
Out of reaction, I just flew towards her and just started
was
beating the
amazing.
crap out of her.
Do you guys know that scene from Toy Story where Buzz is? That's
Buzz
what.
Lightyear.
His karate chop action.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah, yeah,
exactly
yeah.
How are
what
you
it
doing
was,
this?
but double time.
Yeah.
Double time
Sweet.
because her hands are going like that.
Face shots only.
Sweet.
But
Nice.
yeah, I mean, again,
Which one was that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time.
Hey, if we tell you we're going to one, could you just fuck
You just
someone up?
fight. Just
No.
beat
No,
somebody up.
no, don't do that.
No, well,
no.
We don't start
All right.
them, but we definitely finish them.
Definitely. Yeah, no, it's
If
just,
there's cause to
we-
make it happen, it will happen, but
We're
we'll
gonna
finish it.
protect our team.
All right.
Yeah,
If
we'll
we
No,
go
it's
to
good.
if we go to a
It
practice,
was
can we
out of
kick
protection.
Ryan's ass?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can we
yeah,
say Ryan?
definitely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Only if I
Sounds
get
right.
only if I get to
All
wear the Juggernaut suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put him in the Hurt Locker suit, and then we'll just shove him out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ladies, go!
Yeah, do it.
Perfect.
We should go. We should
I
do
was
a
like,
hump.
I don't know what the goal is, but it's Ryan's the goal. Go,
Yeah.
go.
We should definitely do a Humpcast visits to
Film
LA
the whole
Renegades.
Do
thing.
it.
We should do like a video
it.
where we go
It'd be
visit.
nice.
God, that sounds
practice.
amazing.
Badass.
We won't go easy on you.
Put us
so.
on some roller skates.
But we like we said though, we all need health insurance before we do this.
yeah, we really do.
Just in case.
I think it's hilarious that I'm the only one here with health insurance out
As
us
of right
three.
now.
Yeah.
Because
Hey man, mine
You're getting it
kicks in
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
right?
baby.
Yeah.
Nice shit.
March
Yeah.
1st.
My
Is it
dad,
March 1st.
my dad kicked
Yeah.
me off of his a long time ago.
So, yeah. So did mine,
Been
but
years for Ryan.
I had fucking Obamacare. So let's see how
That's
long
what I'm getting
that
into, baby.
lasts.
Yeah, I didn't-
Obamacare.
I didn't really need it until like last year. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I still haven't used it as far as like actual.
going to the
Going
Well,
to
that's like the
doctor.
hope of it, but it still costs like $1,000.
Mine's at 40 right now.
Really? God damn it! All right, well,
Affordable
we'll get this
Health
later.
Care Act, dude.
What up, dog?
Anyway.
while it
Right,
lasts,
guys.
dog, get
Health
on it.
Health insurance. Get health insurance, guys. That's what we're trying to
Stay
Stay
in-
in,
say.
stay in
Story.
school. Health
Yeah.
Be
insurance.
healthy.
Actually-
Hashtag shop around.
So that's what.
It's like, oh yeah, I'll take healthcare. Yeah.
Don't
I don't have a choice, man.
$1,000. So you say that like the people condone injuries, right?
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
what? It just trips me out because you guys aren't getting like a full salary on this stuff. So it's like it's very.
Are you getting paid at all?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, this is for fun. You need to have healthcare.
And how many? Actually, that was
you
what
should.
that was what the question was. Was I was going to ask you guys how many people come back after they get like a really bad injury?
I think-
almost everyone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Especially
Wow.
if they're
They
a
must be
seasoned
free agents.
skater. Like if they're a skater and they've got skill and they're bouting and actually playing games and they get injured, they're gonna come back. If you're
Yeah.
a newer skater and you have an injury at the first, you may like second guess in your mind like, should I be doing this? Should I
Yeah.
not be doing this? And it's kind of like a head game. But a lot of people do return, and you may not stay in the same injury, and you're gonna get smarter. So I think you should always go back.
I first met LA Renegades, it was during the 4th of July parade at Rosemead. There was a girl in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
With a boot, I'm not kidding, up to here, like cast on up to here. When I started, I saw her in July, and when I started in my bad, when I started in January, she was skating around. Like it's not something that's gonna stop you if you have the passion. If you know you're good enough to skate, you're gonna come back.
Yeah.
It's the people that don't have that passion that just, I was just
Right.
doing it for fun.
Sounds like
Are the ones that aren't coming back.
sounds like skateboarding.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
really-
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's. I still jump on a board every now and then, but I'm so afraid that I'm gonna break something now because I'm fat and old now. So,
Oh yeah. Well, that happened to me when I was young. So I mean, even now,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
even more.
but the last time, I got a really bad injury was when I got that hairline fracture in my foot,
oh yeah.
and that I mean,
That wasn't from skateboarding though.
it was from skateboarding.
That was from skateboarding.
Oh, was it? I thought you
Yeah.
kicked something.
I kicked like
Flipped the
something.
basketball.
No,
Ah,
I was
that
kick flip. I was kick flip. You missed that story. I was kick flipping some stairs
Over some fire with some sharks.
No, it wasn't. It was a stupid thing that I'd done 1,000 times before
Oh, okay.
and just landed weird. And then like after that, ever since then, dude, my fucking leg hasn't been the same. So
Mine too.
Yep. There's like a career ender. That's kind of why I asked that, you know, because there's no way of taking that lightly, you know. Like like now I still skate, but I just go in the pool and not really try and do anything too crazy because I know I'm gonna end up knocking my teeth out. So
He's just like 1-footed 360, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it. He's just like, I'm done.
I'm
Bye.
just all scared to get too
Bye.
carried away.
No, I honestly feel it's just for the love of the game. And I mean, I feel like from what I've seen and people that you network or whatever, a lot of them don't go back, but I think our team structure is a little different, where it really is more like a family type setting.
You definitely have more people pushing you here to come back. And
people won't let you just quit.
Yeah.
Like people be messaging you, texting
I've
you,
gone
calling
to
you.
someone's house who
body bag.
disappears, and because I dropped her off one day. I dropped her off. Coach, I know where she lives. Let me go see to make sure she's still okay, even though she's been gone for 6-7 months.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
So
think
we
that has a
definitely
lot
have
to do with
that.
it.
We have that sisterhood, that family feel team, and it has a lot to do with the way that we train because we sweat, we bleed, we cry with each other, and it's just an unbreakable bond that we all have.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Are you picking
Is
up
somebody
this guy?
singing?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably my
somebody's,
cousin. Are you picking that up?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we hear
It's
it.
definitely being
I
picked
totally
up.
thought it was just me.
I'm gonna tell him to
Like,
shut up
whoa.
right now.
Somebody's been picked up. But I guess on that, is that a good note to go
Sure,
on
let's
this
Well,
just
but before we go, anything else you guys want to plug, and where can they find you as well?
Sure, you plug
No,
the
you
social
go
media.
first.
And also put the mic.
Okay, real quick.
right to your
Real
face.
quick. So I'm in charge of recruiting. So if you guys are interested, not you guys, but if you guys are interested
Oh,
in
I was
joining,
interested. Shit.
you can join.
Not Gary anymore.
Gary wants to be Bosley.
We'll call you for stuff. You want to go and email me at joinlarrg@gmail.com. That comes straight to my phone, so I'll answer you right away. If you have questions, you can go on Facebook, Instagram, and they'll do all that because I can't remember any of that. But join larrg@gmail.com. That's how to get a hold of us, and I'll answer any questions that you have.
As far as games, the March 18th game is the one that we have coming up in West Covina. Like I said, that one's going to be a doubleheader. Doors open 5. Game starts at 5:30. Probably last till 9. Excellent game. You should totally check us out. Men's roller derby and women's no rules roller derby. So it's going to be
Sweet.
awesome.
I do really want to go with that.
Definitely.
There will be
I wanna
guns,
see
there
that
will
for
be
sure.
knives, there will be shit.
At that event, there's going
All
to
of
be
it.
both things?
Yeah,
Both
it's gonna be
things.
both.
It's
Yeah.
men's roller derby first, and then
With
Renegade
rules.
roller
The men's
derby.
play with rules.
And which one's this one?
This is the one on March 18th.
March 18th.
March 18th.
So you get 2 games
March
for
the
the
date.
price of one.
I can't go. I have an event that
Boom.
I'm doing that
It's
day.
okay. I got the season schedule. It's
Fuck
got
Ryan.
all of our
Boom.
Boom.
Got that
We're
for you
keeping
too.
that in here.
What? Yeah.
Keeping that in here.
Yeah.
And
You
then
send
if
that to us,
you-
we'll post it
Oh,
up
I'll
if
give
want.
you some. How
If
about
you want to
that?
get rowdy
No, I
with
meant
our
like on the
team,
internet.
Yes, if you send
Yeah,
a
oh,
Oh
digital
yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah, we'll send it.
I was like, here. There you go, internet.
How do I,
thought
put
you
this
guys
into
could do
my
that.
iPhone?
No.
How do I?
Oh, I thought that was
Go.
the thing. Sorry.
Go.
Listen to my computer. The files
Go.
in the computer.
I mean, that's how I would do it.
And
so.
then we also have, if you guys like to get rowdy or drink a lot, we actually have
Yeah.
an event.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
de
think you guys
Mayo.
would be
Me.
amazing
On
at that
Friday.
game.
What?
On Friday, Cinco de Mayo. There's going
We
to
are
be
taking
Cinco de
advantage.
Drinko.
Holy
Cinco de
fuck.
Drinko.
Oh.
Shot fundraiser. It's going to be at Redwood Bar and Grill in Covina, or sorry, Azusa,
Yes,
off of,
yeah.
what is
I
the
know
streets?
what that's
Azusa.
Okay,
and
have
San
you guys
Bernardino.
heard of
And-
our Jello shot fundraisers at all?
They're
No,
awesome.
what is that?
Yeah, you
Explain
guys-
that, please.
Oh.
You guys did
my
Callahan's,
God.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
Were you
changed venues,
there?
Same
I-
great stuff.
Physically, were you there?
I was
Physically?
not.
No,
but-
I don't think I've ever
Okay.
seen you guys.
But I went like the next day or something. like
And
that.
there were
Yeah.
still people on the floor drunk?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
know they
Damn
do the
it.
comedy show there, and it's like, it's.
Well,
whatever.
basically,
I
the
have my
girls
thoughts.
walk around and they give syringe Jello shots to you guys.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you should come.
Each girl
It's
has
fun.
a nice way of giving it to you guys.
Yeah.
Whether you're a guy or girl.
Doesn't matter. We'll give it to
It's
you.
given to
Butt
you.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
And that-
One of the girls is like, bend over.
I'm gonna give this to you nicely.
I
Like,
mean,
would you kindly bend over?
yeah. You get the alcohol faster that way, don't
Right.
you?
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
there
true.
you go.
It gets in your bloodstream.
Zords up in there.
and that as well as all of our games are all on our Facebook page. So that one's on May 5th on Cinco de Mayo. So
Don't miss it.
And
Don't miss out.
what is your Facebook page once
our
again?
Facebook page is Live Large, LIVELARRG.
Awesome.
So you can also type in Los Angeles Renegade Roller Girls in the search bar.
And Instagram one more time.
Instagram
It's
is
LA
LA
Renegades.
Yeah.
LA Renegades.
LA
And
_ Renegades.
Is it?
no, it
Sorry,
isn't.
no, you're right. You're right.
No, last time I was like,
That is
I was like, I
Snapchat.
tagged you
That is
today.
Snapchat.
It was
So
Snapchat.
Instagram and Twitter is LA Renegades, and Snapchat is LA _ Renegades.
Awesome.
Boom.
Boom. We will be out.
So
I
you
do want to go to
send
that.
them all
I just wanted
those
to say
not dick pics. Don't do that.
Ryan
Don't
won't
do
be
that.
there, but
Yeah,
maybe
none of those.
possibly
Yeah, please don't.
None of those.
possibly Garrett will be. Me and Garrett will be at that.
Yeah, no,
that bout.
I really want to check out a game.
We're gonna go for sure.
Or bout.
Yeah, we
Have
have.
so
I
much
do
fun.
wanna be
Bout.
there.
Is it during the day?
I want to check out a match. I would
It's
love
in
to
the
see a match.
evening.
You know what's fucked up is I'm gonna be working in Covina that day too.
Fuck word.
We can always drive by
Sick.
Ryan's work and say, fuck you.
Yeah.
Drive
I'm
by.
in. I'm
Drive by.
in.
Blah, 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 blah.
We'll have the guys of drive by.
Roller
derby. Also, okay, so you guys just mentioned Cinco de Mayo. I just fucking remembered today is Fat Tuesday.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
So happy Mardi Gras to all of you watching, and the next day, all of you yesterday who are now drunk now.
You're drunk.
You're drunk.
Drinking
You
your
drink. You're
Cheers.
drunk.
Cheers.
Cheers. Woo.
Yeah. Modelo.
Hey.
Mardi Gras.
Modelo. Mardi Gras.
Modelo. Tiny bit of whiskey.
With that, shall we go into stories?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome.
So what's up, everybody? This is Ricky C. Through Microsoft, Nintendo, and PlayStation, there's actually a really big expo going on right now for video games. It's called E3, announcing a new hardware system.
Here's Ricky Tech News.
What's up,
Ricky C. Bra, 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 bra.
All right. Let's get into my stories here.
do that.
The first one, that's
Ryan
about
abandoned us.
SpaceX. Ryan's mad at us?
SpaceX.
What
No,
happened?
Ryan abandoned us.
Ryan abandoned us. Got it.
All right. What's up?
Let's talk about SpaceX. So apparently SpaceX wants to send 2 rich people to the moon.
What?
And back. Yeah. So let's get into my story here. It says
What is SpaceX?
SpaceX is, if you don't know, he's the founder. Elon Musk. Also, if you know the Tesla cars.
Tesla stuff,
PayPal. He started all that stuff. Really rich dude.
Oxygen.
Super smart. The company intends to fly 2 private citizens around the moon in its Dragon 2 spacecraft, carried to orbit by its extremely powerful but not yet tested Falcon Heavy rocket. While the Voyager's names have not been disclosed, according to SpaceX, a significant deposit has already been made.
Please be Trump.
So
And blow it up.
blow them up.
Just.
Apparently
there was an accident on Dragon 2.
Apparently they're friends, dude.
Dragon
Apparently
2
Elon Musk
blew
and,
up.
Trump are friends.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's
Was my
put the two
idol.
together. But Elon Musk said that this is really exciting things that's happened. It said we've been approached to do a crewed mission beyond the moon. The passengers are very serious about it, and we plan to do the probably with the Dragon 2 spacecraft with the Falcon Heavy rocket. So, like they said, the Falcon Heavy rocket is something new, not yet really tested, but it's something that they've been, they themselves internally have been testing. They feel that it's ready, and by this is going to be next year. 2018 is when they plan to do this mission with an actual live crewed spaceship, which is pretty intense for what? I mean, how new is SpaceX? Maybe 2, 3, maybe 2 years, and less than that.
We need Raquel for this.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
God,
Yeah,
she's left
she
us.
got up to
Yeah.
the wrong time.
Yeah.
She got up at the wrong time. The mission, although it's unrelated to NASA's plan to slingshot astronauts around the moon in several years, is when NASA plans to do about the same thing. SpaceX is planning to fly an uncrewed Dragon 2 mission to the ISS by the end of the year. So they are planning to fly this new rocket by the end of this year, and that's going to be pretty much the first test before they send a new crewed mission
pretty fucking
with
nuts.
people on it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, very insane. But also, I mean, who knows who these people are? I'm sure as time comes and it comes closer to the mission, they're going to release who these people are. And who knows too? I mean, I don't want to go into this blind and to someone who has a bunch of money and send me into space. Fuck it, I don't got to know anything. Just send me up there,
Right?
strap me in. Ryan missed it, but
No, I heard about this. This is
so 2 rich people are going to get sent
to
the moon and back
SpaceX, right?
by SpaceX.
Yeah, I did hear about this.
So
They
yeah,
don't make it back. Can they have their stuff, or
Yeah.
how does that work?
I'm
How
sure
do
they
we
have to
sign
sign
up
some
for
kind of
that?
disclosure.
And he didn't disclose how much they're spending, right?
No, he said it was a significant amount, but he didn't disclose how much.
A shit ton.
But a shit ton. Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
how do we sign up
Would
to
you
get their
do that
stuff?
if you had the money to get on this rocket to do this?
I mean, I'm going to assume that these people are smart enough to be not only do we have the money, but teach us how, just in case. Teach me to be an astronaut, and I will gladly go.
You want to assume that, but
Go
want
ahead
to
and watch
assume that.
Armageddon with Ben Affleck.
That's what I would do if I had the money. I'd be like, teach me to be an astronaut, and I will go wherever you want to go. Send me wherever you want to go.
Don't want to fall asleep because I'll miss you.
I really need to know what kind of people these are. Are these safari
Well, they're rich
types?
people. That's all you gotta know.
That's what I know.
That's
But
all
I
we
need to
know.
know. Like, are they the rich people that like go and do stupid shit? Like go to. I mean, I guess the safari wouldn't be like a stupid thing to do, but like climb the Alps for no reason or something like that.
I probably. I don't
You know
know.
what I mean? Like
if
those.
you had that much money, why not? Right? I mean, you already climbed the Alps and you went to a safari,
So why not go to space?
right?
I
You already
don't
did
know
everything else.
because of oxygen.
That's true.
Yeah, and this
Space
is,
terrifies the fuck out of me, and I just don't think that like we're there yet. Like to do just a round trip for civilians.
Elon
you're
Musk
not-
wants to prove you wrong, bro.
I mean, hey, if he can't, he's the man. He's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
he's gonna change the world forever.
If I had enough money, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this. Fuck NASA.
I would do like
here's SpaceX.
I would do like simulators and stuff, and whatever the fuck that Russia does too, where they just take you up to the the
Stratosphere.
the stratosphere, and then you float for a minute,
right,
and then they bring you back down. I
Yeah,
would
they do
definitely
like
do
that
that.
experience with zero gravity.
But
You
around
can also do that in a 747, like in
Oh,
our
can you?
atmosphere. Yeah, they do like a sine wave, like geometry. They do a sine wave. with-
Science, Ryan.
yeah,
geometry.
Hashtag science.
Told you we needed Raquel.
No, but they'll take the 747. They'll just do a sine wave, and basically you get a little bit of zero gravity on that sine wave.
Oh,
So
I see.
I think they call it the vomit comet, and there's other
Well,
pseudonames for it. You can pay money to do
Nice.
that shit.
How
That's
much
crazy.
can we do this?
It's probably on par with like skydiving and stuff.
I got 5. What you got?
Okay,
$5.
$5.
Yeah, that's
As well.
exactly what I
I
meant.
think I got like a quarter in my wallet.
But yeah, so
We'll be there in no time.
according to Elon Musk, the trip will last approximately 1 week. The passengers will travel beyond the moon and loop back to Earth, covering a distance of around 300,000 to 400,000 miles. While the passengers will undergo some sort of training beforehand, it's unclear if the two have any experience while piloting. Never mind the actual spacecraft.
Here's what I heard about this that makes me feel sketchy about it is that it's a round trip thing around the moon, and they're just going to use the Earth's gravity pull to bring them back.
Right. It's kind of like if you ever seen the movie Interstellar.
I haven't seen it.
It's sort of something like that where they slingshot around.
They use a gravity assist.
They use a gravity assist, yeah. So if you ever seen that
But
very
what
confusing movie.
But doesn't the moon have like a gravity pull too?
Last time I checked, the moon is made out of cheese.
Fact check,
So,
Raquel. Fact check.
Like even
fact
though it's
check.
not.
Do you want the real answer?
If
Ask
you
Raquel.
orbit
Let's get the
around-
real answer.
If you orbit around any body or moon close enough, then you do get some sort of effects by it. So you can
Right.
do a gravity assist on the moon. It just depends. They have to make.
But that's
the-
what I'm
they do
saying.
the
Like,
orbital
wouldn't
mechanics correctly.
isn't there a possibility of them just landing on the moon on accident?
I mean, if it's Elon Musk and people like NASA,
Yeah, I'm gonna
these guys
say
are
it's
smart.
not.
They're gonna think it
I feel
out.
like I trust them
They've
to
got
do that.
orbital mechanics engineers. They're gonna figure
Alright.
it out.
That would just be in the back of my head the whole time. Like we're
Am
gonna
I
land on
coming
the
back?
moon,
Am I coming back?
and then I'm stuck. Then what?
Yeah.
Well, at least you can find out whether it's made out of cheese. So
Well, then I could find out if we really know how to get there.
that's, I guess, true by some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not one of those fucking people.
What's
We
up with
definitely
fuck
went
yeah?
to the moon.
All right, and going to my next story here, we're going to stick in space. Scientists have just found 7 Earth-sized exoplanets, and everyone is freaking out.
Exoplanets are planets that are outside of our solar system, right?
Check.
Correct. Ryan's throwing on his brain today, apparently.
I just listened to Joe Rogan with Neil deGrasse Tyson, so that's it's fresh in my brain.
So
right
Ryan's real smart right now. Flowers for Ryan.
It's the whiskey. I'm gonna turn really dumb
so
and
when
die
was this?
tomorrow.
Back on the 22nd,
Oh shit!
scientists announced, actually this is part of NASA, they announced a team of scientists has confirmed 7 Earth-sized exoplanets orbiting TRAPPIST-1, a star located just 39 light years away from our sun. The 6 inner planets are very likely to be rocky and roughly the same mass as Earth, and are thought to have comparable surface temperatures to our own planet. 3 of those planets may even be able to support liquid water and perhaps life itself. Fuck yeah.
Wow.
So fuck our planet. Let's go ruin some other planets.
Boom, 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 boom.
39 light years away.
The first thing I thought is like, fuck yeah, we get to play on other planets.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's
And
gonna
also
take
fuck
forever
them
to
up.
get there.
Let's go
Forever to get there, but
Yeah.
ruin this
hopefully
new
we
one.
can still play by then.
We got 3 more to go play with.
I mean,
at least.
At least.
We just got to learn how to cryogenically cool ourselves to last. You know,
Yeah.
That journey's
Yeah.
a
Well, no,
long
we
one.
figure it
can cryogenically freeze ourselves.
And then
It-
can we-
it's
can
just
we come
coming back out of
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
You
hard
gotta figure out
part.
how to
That's
actually
the
bring us
rocky
back.
part
That's
where we
might
don't
be a
know
little
yet.
bit more important.
Freezing is easy. Coming out of that is a little rocky.
Right.
But this,
what do you know about that? What happens when people come out of?
they just haven't figured it out yet. But they have
they
still
die?
There is a company out there that freezes people cryogenically.
Well, yeah,
And the plan is to
And then you
eventually
figure out how to bring them back.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a gamble, so they don't really know when the
Or if.
or if they'll actually come with the actual technology to unfreeze you, like to the point where you're gonna come back alive. But they do know how to freeze you correctly.
It's a very expensive gravesite.
And it's very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's not much of a scientific breakthrough. Anybody gonna freeze a person?
Yeah. It is a pretty crazy process. It's like,
It's
shooting
baby
shit.
steps, bro.
One step at a time, man. Come on.
Tell you what, pay us thousands of dollars. We'll freeze
We'll
you,
freeze
and
you.
then hopefully we'll figure out how to unfreeze you. In a couple
hundred
thousand
years from now,
We'll
we'll keep
see.
you frozen.
Hopefully, we can get you back.
Yeah, but this discovery signifies the largest number of Earth-sized planets found, and the largest number. Number.
I got the number one researcher.
It's also the largest number of potentially habitable worlds for a single star system.
It's the Modelos.
It is. I just had one. That's all it took. That's all it took.
No, he say it's called the Modelo system. We're gonna be living on the Modelo system.
So yeah, I have to see this video right
no
here.
Trump
but we
allowed.
can I'll play this while I'm going through the story here. So this is a little
Oh,
teaser
is there
into it.
music? We have to read. We have to read stuff.
We have to read stuff. It says the 600 planets could be temperate enough to host liquid water and perhaps life. It's got this cool little graphic.
I mean, it can't be that unlikely that the next
32
solar system over has
except for 200
an
degrees.
Earth-like
That's
planet,
fine.
right?
It's a little warm.
That's a
Right.
little warm.
It is around a star, just like the sun itself. So it's something that is like they said, it's temperate enough to actually support life itself.
Aliens, bro.
6 of them are believed to have rocky surfaces,
Aliens.
and they're aliens.
What if
fucking aliens?
Those are aliens! Sorry, I'm trying to record it. Aliens! Aliens!
Oh, they cut the lights off.
Aliens!
Oh, they cut the lights
Y'all
off.
need to be shooting that! Y'all need to be shooting this shit right here!
And yeah, so the hope is also there's new telescopes being made as technology gets better, and telescope technology and everything like that. They'll be able to further go into these in the solar system itself, and discover what else lies ahead. They discover this enough to where there's more. They've been able to confirm these planets, but there's still more questions than there is answers.
2 of them? You said
9 of them total.
oh shit, 9.
7. I'm sorry,
I
7
was like,
Earth-sized
7?
planets.
I was like, I don't remember.
I've been drinking.
9 minus
I was like,
7.
both of you are
9 minus
wrong.
7 equals 3. Halo 3 confirmed.
9 minus 2 is 7.
7 and a sun.
3.
And a sun.
Sure.
Or
And
Nearby star.
Aliens.
I forgot.
That's all
Yeah.
I
aliens.
Those are aliens!
And that is it for my stories.
Oh, perfect
aliens
timing.
are just other people, guys.
And Garrett.
I may have some news for you. Go ahead.
Entertainment news, everybody. This just broke out. I'm not gonna get to this story. I have a question for you. News story that'll make you guys a little bit tingly in the fans. Okay, we need to move on from that. I need to get away from that real quick.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
All right, everybody. What up? I told Randy right now, get that sheet out. Because
What shit?
it's time to see. No, the sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah.
Got it.
Who was that guest? Oh yeah, that's right.
It was Victor.
Yeah.
No, it's Victor?
Victor.
Huesca. Yeah, last week we had our guest Victor Huesca weigh in on what we thought was going to be. What?
It totally
Might want to cut that.
It's a Modelo.
Huesca.
It's Modelo.
It's
a
yeah,
Modelo.
it might be Modelo or Maker's Mark, one of those. We were gonna take bets on what was coming out this weekend and where they would place.
Yes.
I do happen to know where I placed. Let's find out where everyone else placed.
All right.
All right. So Ryan D has the sheet in front of him. I'm gonna go down the top 5 real quick.
Oh, I
but we had
I fucked up.
yeah we had 3 movies opening up in wide release this week. This week. We had the movie called Collide with the guy from X-Men. Oh, sorry, Ryan pulled out the thing. I thought we died.
Ryan pulled out the thing.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Nicholas Hoult from Warm Bodies and the X-Men movies. We have Rock Dog, which is an animated movie, which I've never even heard of.
It's like the Mark Wahlberg movie with a dog.
Yep.
Rockstar. You guys remember that movie?
With a
Oh
dog.
my God,
I was
With
like,
a
wait.
dog?
I was like,
But it's a dog.
Transformers?
It's not a joke.
Sick reference, though.
dude,
It's not a joke. That's pretty much
so,
what it is.
so good.
Real life.
So good.
Yeah.
And then we have the Jordan Peele directed horror / comedy / thriller movie called Get Out.
Yeah. I wanna
Yeah.
see that.
Get Out, it's number 1.
Yeah.
I heard it
And
was
so,
really good.
so I want to
I heard
go ahead
it's
and give that
great.
applause. Go ahead and do a clap button. Give me a clap button, Ricky.
All right.
Get Out, number 1. Everybody. I was actually kind of on the fence whether it would be number 1 because it was up against some big hitters.
It had
way too
100%
long.
Rotten
Yeah,
Tomatoes.
100%.
That's hard to do.
Recently, it's now at 99. That's because one
One asshole.
asshole
There's
decided
always
that
one
he's like,
asshole.
you know what?
Always.
I'm gonna
They
give it a
have to
negative
do it.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asshole.
He
Because
probably
why
just
the fuck
this
not?
down 1%.
He probably just did it just to do that.
Yeah,
just to take it down.
Oh
a
yeah.
peg.
If it's in the top 95, if it's in the top 95, it's pretty perfect. It's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
Every reviewer I've seen that has said anything about this movie says it's awesome. It's not the best movie ever, but for what it's trying to be, it is great, and it does a great job.
It was made for what?
The budget?
Yeah.
$10.
$4 million, and in opening weekend got $34 million.
Nice.
So yeah, like I don't think it's meant to be a franchise, but it'll keep going for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So I really want to check that out. Unfortunately,
Well, that's amazing for like a horror thriller to come out.
well, no,
Oh, yeah.
I think the past 2 years have been really great for horror movies with
The
a low
Ring?
budget. For most of them, like I want to say,
Too
Don't
much
Breathe.
talking in that one.
Okay, that was good.
Don't
That
Breathe.
one was
That
good.
was good.
Don't breathe.
I liked it.
Don't Breathe.
Conjuring 2.
The Conjuring,
The Conjuring 2
2.
was amazing.
Lights
I
Out.
loved it.
Lights Out.
Lights
That
Out
was
was-
good.
yeah.
It was
That
good.
was-
I heard that one was dog shit.
No, I
No,
like
it was
Lights
good.
That
Out.
was
Yeah.
pretty
I
good.
haven't seen any of these movies.
You liked it or
No, I really liked it.
because you don't like horror movies?
I liked it as a relative term for horror movies. I don't like any
The guy
horror
didn't have a
movies.
good time watching.
I would never rewatch any horror movie ever except for it. It is
He ran up his electric bill that night.
It
All the lights on. Every TV.
Good night. And just have a flashlight on and a lantern. No, Lights Out. Actually, I will swear that I do see it in my imagination when I go to sleep.
Well, that was based on that.
It's really bad.
That was based on that
Sex
short that was
Yeah,
like
that
on Facebook or
short film was
something.
crazy
Really-
scary.
Same director.
Yeah.
Same director.
Okay.
He directed that small short film. If you don't know, a lot. It showed up on Facebook like maybe a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole woman going to sleep. She turns the lights off in the hallway and she sees a silhouette of a body. She turns the lights back on. It's gone. Turns it off. It's there. Poof. Yeah. And then blah blah blah. She does that, and then she's like, "That's fucking weird." And so she leaves the lights on. She goes to bed, and then eventually the lights turn back off, and then she, yeah, progressively she gets scared, and then something shows up, and then that's kind of how the movie it works out, where it's like this being can only sort of interact when the lights are down.
I haven't
or
seen
lower.
the whole feature, but I feel like if you get enough credit for a short, you should just do something else. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Like, why would you do it?
Let's get a new
If you have a
idea.
good
abandon
idea,
it,
you
just-
might come up with a better idea.
Maybe
If you got
that's
something
later,
else,
bro.
do something else.
Yeah.
Everybody, I mean,
Everyone saw that. Just change your shit up.
New shit, bro.
That's what
Come
I
on,
think.
new shit.
I'm glad you guys are on my page.
We're all on the same team, Ryan.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Whatever. What is it? Top 5?
Yes. What is it?
No,
Who
all
won?
right. So Get Out is number 1. Then Lego Bat. Read the thing. So Get Out is number 1.
Who won?
I'm looking at it.
Then Lego Batman, which some of us thought would still
I thought
be
it'd
number
still
1.
be number 1.
So
So I'm not that far off.
yeah. Then John Wick Chapter 2, or Wan Wick for Ricky.
Thank you.
Did it go up?
Yeah, it did, as I predicted.
Last week was 4, right?
Yep, and now it's
4.
3. And number 4, you have The Great Wall with fuck, it's not Matt Damon, it's Mark Wahlberg.
Matt Damon.
It is Matt Damon.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Keep saying
What the
that.
fuck?
Why do you keep doing
Goddamn.
that?
I mix them up so bad.
It is Matt Damon.
Really
Damn
bad.
it.
Last time you said it
Matt
was
Damon.
Mark Wahlberg, and
Yeah.
then
And then
Definitely different.
And yeah,
Definitely.
no, I know, but
Mark's
I
hotter.
don't. Yeah.
Just like,
And then number 5, we have 50 Shades Darker.
oh.
Coming in at number 6 as an honorary mention, Fist Fight, which is the only movie I actually saw this weekend.
Oh my
How was
God.
that?
Horrible.
Shit.
I did not pay for it. My girlfriend said, "Hey, I want to see a funny movie. The only thing that's out was Fist Fight." And I'm like, "Please, there's so many other movies." She's like, "I want to see Fist Fight."
Oh my god!
And I'm like,
you guys could have laughed your ass off at Great Wall.
I hope that was
"Yeah,
I was hoping that was good. I mean, I do like Charlie
it was
Day.
horrible."
Damn.
Okay, I will say this: the last
That
30
paycheck,
minutes,
though.
last 30 minutes were the only time I laughed. There were some chuckles in between, but
I would've left.
last 30 minutes were the only reason that I actually think that this is I see where they were going with the movie.
Yeah, you see it in the trailer where they're going with the movie.
Well,
It's literally in the name of the movie.
I meant like no. I mean, it's kind of, it has some sort of moral, which is weird, but it's also funny at the end. It's funnier at the end, way funnier. All of the jokes fall flat in the beginning hour of the movie
Because the best ones are in the trailer.
No, I hated the trailer. That's why I didn't want to go see it. I was like, "You want to
So
go
that
see
means
it?"
it has no
No,
jokes.
she's. I'm like, "You want to go see it? You pay for it." I was like, "You pay. I don't want to see this.
Jesus.
If you want to see Get Out, I'll pay for that."
I even knew that it was
Alright.
going to be bad when they had Ice Cube on Kevin and Bean, and he was talking about it, and it was just a vague fucking just soulless interview. Like didn't say anything cool about
Yeah, I'm in a
much.
movie.
Like it was just like
Fists and we
you know,
fight.
people
Fist
fight. We have to fight to survive and blah blah blah. And he's like, I'm just so honored to work with Charlie Day and blah blah blah. And it's just gonna be a fun movie. But it just was like just so generic. It was just something. It just seemed like a publicist told him to say that like over and over
I
again.
will say this: watching the movie, it was well shot and well acted. I want to say that where it falls flat is the script. Everything they say is horrible.
Obviously,
No, but I'm saying no because there's other movies.
none of this needs to be said about this movie.
No, there's other movies where they're edited fucked up so that it's like, oh, I could tell what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
but-
mostly good movies.
yeah, but everything but the script is good, which is I want to say that at least. So whoever directed it and whoever edited it, good job. Whoever wrote the script, you should go die in hell and burn.
Drinks.
Burn very,
He'll be
very,
doing
very much.
a Medea movie next year.
Pretty much. All right, so yeah, those are our top 6. Who won, Ryan?
I won this.
Who won that?
Wow, Garrett did pretty damn
What?
good. Huh?
Scare one. Son of a bitch.
The only thing
I fucked up on
You-
number
on
4 and 5.
4 and 5, but
I
those are
switched
just
them.
switched.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
I
Good job.
got spot on except for 4 and dude, I'll be honest. I listened to the podcast last night from last week, and he was like talking so much shit. He was like, "Oh, Ricky had a more logical answer where this." I was like, "No,
I got
bro.
super close. Second place.
Get Out's gonna be number 1." I thought, but this is gonna be interesting.
because horror movies never make number 1.
Dude, Get Out's supposed to be great.
I do. I want to see it now.
There are 2 movies I want to see this weekend. One of them's Get Out. The other one is what's coming out, and that's a great segue. What is coming out this weekend? Logan.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Finally,
I'm gonna
already
watch
this weekend?
that.
Logan is
That's already this weekend already.
Finally,
God
dude.
damn!
I've been waiting.
I feel like I was like I knew it was coming out, but it seems
Yeah.
like it's so.
So,
soon.
Theaters, it's at the drive-in with Get Out.
Violent?
Yeah, Garrett's
No,
or
Tiki.
Ryan's favorite
No,
Ryan's favorite
sorry.
theater experience.
No, Ryan hates the fucking driving.
I
Two
will
for
never
one.
go back.
Two
I will
for
never
one.
go
That's
back.
right.
2 for 1.
2
Boom.
for 1.
2 for
In
1.
your car
You can do that
with
at the
the
theater. Just
loudspeaker.
hang out for
It's
like
better.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you just buy
I don't
one
know.
ticket
I don't
and
know
you
what
walk into
decade
another
you went to the
movie.
fucking drive-in.
You
It's
don't
better
deal
now.
with people talking back to the screen or
true.
just stupid things happening in the movie theater.
You roll up your
You're
windows.
in your car.
And you could just fucking
That's
drink and eat
one
food.
benefit. One benefit.
No, it's
There's
actually
a bunch of
several
people.
depending on how many people would talk at the movie while you're there.
Well, don't go.
That's why you
opening
punch all
weekend.
those people. Come on, Renegades.
face.
So now you guys are
With
used
a-
to
with a
punching-
fucking roller
You tell them to
skate.
shut the hell up.
You put the roller skate on your fist. Just punch him.
No way,
A
just
brass
roll
skate.
through the theater,
Brass
just
skate.
punching people in the face.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that on Friday.
Roll over their
Good
face.
idea.
Yeah,
We're all
perfect.
going to the movies together.
Exactly. All right, you got Logan coming out this weekend. So I don't know Okay, if you're listening and you haven't heard of Logan, I don't know who the fuck you've been.
Who the fuck you?
I don't know who the fuck you've been.
Where the fuck you been?
Where? Who?
Where?
Who
Who
cares?
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This movie is coming out.
It's coming out. It is. A lot of people have been saying it's the best X-Men slash comic book
Origins?
movie.
Oh.
Ever?
No, it's not. It's not an origin
Comic
movie.
book?
Origin.
No, it's great. Everyone's saying it's great.
Better
I
than
don't.
anything Marvel?
Huh?
Better than anything Marvel too? I mean, you said comic book.
Technically, still Marvel movie, but it's by Sony.
I don't believe that.
Right. They're saying it's great. So
Best comic book movie ever?
I don't know. A lot of them have.
Wow.
They said that it's already in their top 10, and they would never bring it out.
All right.
Most likely. But either way, I mean, that remains to be seen. Check it out. If you're at all interested, this is a story about Logan, who, if you don't know who that is, he is the Wolverine, the Hugh Jackman iteration of Wolverine.
hot.
He is hot.
Very hot.
He's very hot.
He got hotter with time, though.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, he's like a
Yes.
fine
Oh, yeah.
wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
he
you-
aged
Wolverine
well.
came out and he was butt naked.
Yeah.
We had X-Men, where he was like, all right, that's cool. He's whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the
And that was
older
like
he
20 that was
got,
like 20 years ago.
he got more ripped.
Yeah, it's like, how's that happen? I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'll just wait till I'm like 40 years old and then I'll start working out. And
Right.
hopefully that's what I get.
Dude.
That's how to
Yeah.
do it.
And so now he has a beard and he's ripped as fuck and he has like swords coming
He's
out of
old?
his face. Boom.
This old man, Logan.
All the women are gonna have this is the new 50 Shades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're-
Didn't even watch that stupid movie, but I'll go watch this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan. Check that out. There are two other movies that I have no idea what the fuck
shit on
are.
in the
Who cares?
fucking-
The Shack and Before I Fall. I've seen a trailer.
The Shaq featuring Shaq?
Maybe. I've seen a trailer for Before I Fall, but that's
Speaking of
it.
Shaq, there was a guy last night at the show that I was doing that looked like Shaq, and he was like 7 feet fucking tall.
Whoa.
And
Maybe he was Shaq.
So I
was
went on
Shaq.
stage and I was like, glad they let you out of your boombox, Kazam. I was like, I'm so happy you're here.
Nice.
Sick reference, though, bro. Oh, thanks, bud. Dude, your references are out of control. Everyone knows
Turns
that.
out he's a comic and his name is Fudge.
All right.
And he's going to do the comedy at the Dollar in April.
Oh,
There we go.
badass.
He was actually really funny.
Bringing it all around.
Boom. New shit. By the way, are we getting shirts? Or you're making one shirt
What
for
are you talking
you?
about?
This is after podcast talk.
Oh, I guess. I was gonna side note. Side note, I wanted a shirt. It was a cool shirt. For the comedy at Dollar.
Nobody knows
All
what
right.
we're talking about.
Moving on for stories. Did anyone here actually watch the Oscars? Like
Yes.
the full
I did.
Fuck no.
Negatory.
Nope.
Nope.
I saw
I'm
this
gonna-
I
the
watched
next day.
it.
We were at practice.
Loser.
Yeah, I was skating.
I'm going to sound a little pretentious
Yeah,
and say that I was actually filming a movie while the Oscars were going
It's like,
on.
oh, I was so busy. I was
I was
filming.
in an Oscar-winning movie.
I was in a movie.
Yeah, dude.
While the
I played.
Oscars were going.
I was an Oscar performance as the chef.
I saw that.
Swedish chef?
I'll talk
I
to
was
you
the
later.
chef, and I had to. It was an action movie
Were you
that's
Swedish?
going to open in China, and I had to
China.
and I had to take
Great Wall
the,
too?
the secret microchip that they handed to me, and then
Microfilm.
take it to the back room and hand it to the guy and go, "Be careful."
Did you bake it in a cake?
No,
Oh, you fucked up.
it's pretty dope though.
I know.
It was pretty dope.
Nice.
All right.
Good job, Brian.
Well,
All
I'm not a
right.
baker. I'm a chef.
Oh,
Bitch.
See,
Did you cook it in a
Bitch.
Be rich.
thing?
Be
All
rich.
right, you guys.
Bitch.
Rich.
I'm sorry. I'm waiting for.
He still is the one with a name so far.
I know. You guys.
oh, yeah. Give Garrett a
I
name
think
right
he's
now.
awesome. Come on.
What? Get out of here.
Be rich.
Be rich.
Be rich.
Be rich.
It's a good name.
All right. I'm trying to click through my tabs, but my computer does decide that it's not responding anymore. But I know what we're talking about. So,
AIDS too.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
there
there
it
it is. All right. So, during the Oscars, there was some interesting stuff going on, but definitely the most notable. None of you watched the Oscars. Did you hear about the Best Picture blunder that happened? Yes?
La La Land.
La La Land. Okay.
How can you not hear about it?
That was the biggest story
It is the
ever.
biggest story.
All week.
So,
Escaping it.
for those of you who were living under a rock, don't know what the fuck's going on. At the Oscars, when Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway were up there because I think it was like an
the,
anniversary
Bonnie and Clyde.
for Bonnie and Clyde.
50th anniversary.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Bonnie and Clyde.
They were up there presenting Best picture, and when Warren Beatty opened up the envelope, it said something specific, and he was very confused by what it said.
Yes,
but then
paused.
Well, also
Everyone thought that he was fucking.
no.
with everybody.
Let me explain
That's
this.
what I heard.
Yes, let me explain this. So he opened up the envelope, and it said something, and he was very confused by what it said.
Said you're gonna die in 24 hours.
7 days.
He was so confused that he handed the envelope to Faye Dunaway so she could maybe make some sense out of it. And she just said the one thing that made more sense to everyone else. She said La La Land, which was nominated for Best Picture. However, what has now come out, it has been investigated. What happened was that there are multiple envelopes with the winner for Best Female Actress. Well, for all of them.
Every single.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But for somehow, and I don't know how, the Best Female Actress or Lead Actress.
Somebody fucked up.
Somebody fucked up.
envelope never
They
got
handed the
flipped.
envelope to Warren Beatty, and he read, or in his what he got was Emma Stone.
The best female actress.
Yeah.
Exactly. Emma Stone, La La Land.
Was that the category that was right before that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Right
that makes
before that.
more sense.
Which is what happened. So there are two things. So when it's not Space Jam. There are a lot of
Oh,
memes
so many memes
coming out with the Best
The
Picture.
guy holding up the
guy holding up
fucking.
the envelope.
Yeah, the envelope.
So-
That's what I have here. It says Space Jam, Bugs Bunny, Michael Jordan, and Charles Barkley.
Which is the actual Best Picture of the world. Just kidding. So what happened was basically, so there are two envelopes. One of them went to the winner, obviously Emma Stone, and so she had that. Then the next thing came up, they handed him the wrong envelope, and he read in his head he read Emma Stone, La La Land. He's like, this is not how this should look.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I
and
think
so
it even says exactly what the award is for on the
Right.
envelope.
yeah, on the outside
open
of the envelope. So
So you can see him like kind of move it over.
Yeah,
like,
he-
maybe I don't have my
yeah.
glasses on right
he
now.
didn't read the outside of the envelope, obviously, because he's like, it's what you're handed.
Right.
You're not, you don't know what it is beforehand. So he reads the card in the envelope. It just says Emma Stone, La La Land. He's like, this is weird and this is wrong.
By the way, that's extremely surprising to me.
Yeah. He hands it
Well,
to Faye
no,
Dunaway.
I mean, Best Actress Emma Stone.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Relax, Ryan.
Relax. We'll talk about it later. Okay. He hands it to Faye Dunaway, and she's like, "Oh, La La Land!" Boom.
Yeah.
She takes off.
Oh!
Yeah, she
now
took
you
off.
up.
She dipped.
Now you up. Now you up.
And everyone behind the scenes that knew what the winner was like, "Yeah, now you fucked up."
Yeah,
So-
like you saw like these guys come out like
I
they look
still
like the
haven't seen
CIA.
the actual video of all this, but I've heard. So
Oh,
much
really?
about it.
No,
Like,
I've
these
seen
dudes like
multiple
rush
videos
the
of
stage
this.
and they're like asking for like the envelope and they're looking at it like
Yeah.
no, this is wrong. Like you see that in the background as
As
like people
they're
are
doing
like
the
thank you
speeches?
that they're doing the speeches.
Yeah, the three people,
Said their
producers,
speech. Yeah, three
said a
people.
speech from La La
So
Land,
funny.
That was way too long.
and it was
I think they said it took over 2 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah, it
announce
was.
for them to announce that the fact that they said no.
wrong.
But meanwhile, in
I'm
the
sorry.
background, you're watching all these people like
Yeah,
freak
they're-
out.
they're, like, scrambling
and
in
like
the
see them say like
background.
no,
Where-
No.
Dude, where is Kanye West when you need him?
Yeah,
Where's Kanye?
Kanye and Steve Harvey fucked up.
I'll let you finish, but
Yeah.
but Moonlight was the greatest movie
of all time.
of all time.
Hilarious because so Jimmy Kimmel was the actual he was the host of the Oscars, and so he actually gives sort of like a monologue on his show the next day.
Yeah, I saw. That's what I saw.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel Live, where he's like, I had no idea what was going on. I'm in the audience because we were gonna do a bit after that with Matt Damon. And he's like, they're telling me that someone fucked up. I'm going to go on stage and we're going to find out.
And it was M. Night Shyamalan.
It was...
No, the funniest thing about
Yeah.
that whole opening monologue though was he was like, I was sitting there with Matt Damon. We were supposed to do like a little bit to close out the show. And we were talking about it. He's like, I think they have the wrong envelope. They announced the wrong winner. And he was like, oh well, I guess they'll figure it out. The host is going to go up there. And he was like, oh shit, I'm the host.
He's like, oh fuck, I'm the host. All right, well I got to go up there. So he walks up on the stage and he's like, Warren, what's going on? Basically,
Yeah, he's just
talking to
as
Warren
confused
Beatty.
as everybody else is.
Yeah, no, and so it took a while on camera for them to figure out what exactly went on, and they figured out that he got handed the wrong envelope,
And it was
the
fucking
right
Moonlight.
Yeah, the right envelope came up and he's like, and the producer is like, "Are you fucking serious?" I see his face when he first figures out.
He looks. Which one? The guy that
yeah, no,
announced
the producer. He takes like a few steps
La La
back
Land.
from La La Land.
yeah.
He takes steps back. He's like, "Oh, are you serious? Like, is that a joke?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "No." And he looks at it. He's like, "God damn it." And he's pissed. I can
Grabs
see
it.
I can see it. He's like, "God damn it." He goes up. He's like, "The winner's law is Moonlight." And he goes up there. He looks pissed, and understandably,
he kind of still did a little bit of an acceptance speech, though, didn't he?
Well,
He was in the
beforehand.
middle of it.
Yeah, he was in
when
the middle
they figured
when
it
they
out.
figured it out.
He was like
and
the
then he
third
said-
person up there,
even
doing
though
the
we
speech.
didn't win.
And
Yeah.
then they figured out it was Moonlight.
He's
And
like,
then,
we didn't win, by the way.
And he was, he's like, we lost, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Moonlight.
Awkward.
Yeah, and so
Very
I
awkward.
could kind of
This
tell.
whole time I thought he knew because
turtle.
he's a producer.
No,
And sometimes they let you know if you won the award or not.
I agree. That's what I was thinking, but
so that's
not
what
this
I thought
one.
what happened, and then he was like up there like, guys, we didn't fucking win, and then took the right one and threw it out. But
yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
So
that's what everyone was saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why they went on so long.
so weird.
It was
before they announced like who
the
the real
most
winner
awkward of any Oscars
What is
I've
up with
ever
this?
seen.
The fucking Grammys, James Hetfield's mic didn't work.
Dude, okay, well,
was.
that's the thing.
It's on that same level.
That's where I'm like,
now
I'm
the fucking
semi okay
Oscars-
with how we fuck up sometimes.
Thank
I'm
you,
like,
Trump.
yeah.
That's what's
We're just
happening.
gonna blame it on him.
That's what it is.
Thanks, Trump.
Thanks for giving me an outlet. Scapegoat.
No, I'm semi okay with how we fuck up sometimes. I'm like, dude, fucking
We're gonna blame it on him,
Oscars
too.
Oscars
It's
fucked
our
up.
poppin'. Our poppin's due to Trump.
Yeah, Golden Globes fucked up.
In a way,
People
Trump,
fuck up.
In a way,
I'm
Trump,
sorry.
Trump blamed it on himself too. He tweeted that this mishap happened because too many actors in Hollywood were too concerned with how he's running the country
yeah, I
that
did
nobody
hear
That's
no one was
why.
paying attention
That's what
to
happened.
what they should be doing, and that's what he tweeted
Yeah.
out.
It's my fault.
I take full
It's my
blame.
fault.
I take full
It's
responsibility.
Gina's fault.
It's the Muslims.
We're
Muslims. We're letting too many immigrants in.
was
It's their fault.
extreme Muslim terrorist attack. What the fuck was I gonna say next? Oh,
This should have been the best Oscars, the greatest Oscars. Nobody does the
Millions.
Oscars better than us.
well, apparently the reason why there was two envelopes, which I don't think you said, is because they the presenters they come from different sides of the stage.
Yeah, and they're
so they
supposed-
have one from
one on each side.
On each side.
Right.
And that makes sense. Now you think of it. So technically, the fault of it is whoever had the envelopes in hand
Someone got
Whoever's
so
job it is
Oh,
to
yeah.
pass
replace,
it,
Someone
to
fucked
give
up.
it to the presenters. They fucked up.
Oh, now you f***ed up.
Yep.
Now you f***ed up.
Yep.
Now you f***ed up. You have f***ed up now.
I just love this clip.
Now you f***ed up. Now you f***ed up. Now you f***ed up. Now you f***ed up. Now you
Go.
f***ed up.
Song.
Now you have f***ed up.
What? That's it.
You haven't played the song this whole show.
What are you talking about? No, I'm not gonna play that song anymore. Garrett's the only one who wants that song.
Yeah,
I like the song.
Gets
Is
stuck
it- is
in
it
everybody's head for the rest of the day.
He called me a terrorist the other day. It was hilarious.
I did.
Yeah, I was a shooting stars terrorist.
Why did I call you? Why?
Because
I forgot already.
I played it in a loop over the bar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was drunk. It was a good
That
line.
happens.
It was a good
No,
line.
Ryan just calls everybody terrorists. And he's
No,
drunk.
I said he was a shooting star terror. Yeah, because he went to the thing that
The
they
dollar.
hooked up. They were like, okay, you guys could do karaoke if you want. We'll hook up the.
It's like you can play whatever song
play
you
whatever
want.
you want, and he put that stupid song on a loop for like fucking 20 hours.
Yeah,
or something
shooting
like
song.
that.
You guys went to the
Shooting
bar for
stars.
20 hours.
No,
It's
then
a
we
long
left.
bar
But
impressive.
we left, but that shit was still playing. on a
left it
loop.
from
They
there.
could have stopped it when I left. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you just planted a bomb. You're a
Next
terrorist.
day you
I
went
did.
in, it was still playing.
Boom. All right. Next story for me. You have new trailers for 3 movies actually. First one I'm going to talk about, Alien Covenant. We all watched this before we started the show, or while we started
Look,
the show.
y'all. Another one. Those are aliens.
Can I say can I say something?
Nope.
That I don't think you
Nope.
you're gonna mention.
Nope. Yes.
Okay. Rest in peace, fucking Bill Paxton.
Bill
dude.
Paxton. Yes.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Aliens.
Not only
Those are aliens.
Titanic
the only guy to die by aliens, a Terminator, and a Predator.
and Predator.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Bill. Sorry, I'm sorry. I am drunk.
Bill Paxton.
Bill
Chris
Paxton.
Braxton.
He's got that famous line in Aliens, if you guys remember. Game over, man.
Yeah.
best.
Also, was it Storm Hunter from Twister?
Twister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
All right, Alien Covenant just dropped a brand new trailer today, and it is by far, I think, the best trailer. You have a very good dose of all of the setup with not too much giving or being spoiled, and a great look at the actual aliens themselves. So we all took a look at this before the show. I'm going to start off with you, Ricky, then I'll go to you, Ryan. What did you actually think of this new trailer? You forgot the trailer.
What are you talking about?
Alien Covenant.
Oh yeah, looks good.
All right.
I'm excited. What's his face is back?
Bill Paxton.
No, fucking
Too soon.
the robot guy.
Nice. All right.
God damn it, I forgot his fucking name.
Michael
Magneto. Michael Fassbender.
Magneto is back.
Magneto's back.
Yeah.
He's metal bending
By the
shit.
way, have you guys ever seen that movie Frank that he's in?
Yeah.
It's like a super. You've seen it where he's got the stupid weird head.
No.
I was talking to you.
Paper mache.
I'm looking at you.
Oh.
You said yes. You're the only person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. I have.
It's a super indie movie. I think it's on. Netflix. It's pretty good. And it's like the only movie that Michael Fassbender's in the whole movie you don't see his face.
Yeah. He has this like helmet on,
He's got a stupid
like paper
I'll have
mache
to watch
helmet.
it at lunch tomorrow.
helmet on. Yeah,
Boom.
look it up. It's a pretty good movie.
I don't know what.
It's interesting.
Do that.
Lunchtime.
All right.
Okay,
Sorry.
sorry.
But yeah, he's
my,
in
my
it.
headphones cut out. I'm still working.
He's like the he was in Prometheus.
Yep.
Right.
So
He
I'm
was
gonna- I'm
okay. So
assuming
he's
the
an
same
android.
He's
in
the
Prometheus.
android guy. Yeah.
and he's also in this one, which is tied
He was
together.
like the asshole.
Which, by
guy.
the way, looks.
I think
he looks a lot like the dude that played the android in Aliens. If you guys remember.
Right.
that's been a long time, actually. To
he
be
kind of
honest.
does. You're
I
right.
just
don't
watched.
remember.
I just watched Aliens recently with my brother, so that's why.
Oh, okay. I haven't
kinda-
seen Aliens in a while. Do you remember the name of the android?
I don't remember what the actor's name was, but
Bill.
I think that's what.
Too soon, bro.
Soon.
No, I think they were I think that's kind of what they were trying to do is make it seem like it's the same android.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah. I feel
Because if I
that'd be, like,
remember,
one reason why they do this.
if I remember in Prometheus, he doesn't die, right? Like he's on the ship.
Right. Well, I mean, he's an android, so technically he's
Is
they
he
can
an
make
android?
more of them.
Right, but he gets like mutilated in Aliens.
As the android. Yeah. You're
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
This is
okay.
also the
Yeah.
prequel to
That's interesting.
Right, yeah, that's what I understand
Aliens.
that, but that's what I'm saying.
to Alien, I guess. It was Alien and Aliens.
Dude, I want to have okay. So Aliens is one of the franchises I'm actually interested in, but I've never really like binged. I haven't watched all of them all at once. So
Fucking
like
hell.
Star Wars, I've watched all of them at once. And
It's interesting because the first one is like the first two are just so fucking different from each other. Like the first one's kind of like horror thriller, and you don't really get to see the monster until about 70%, 75% into the movie, and then the second one, Aliens, which is the one that James Cameron did. That one's like full on like action, shoot it up,
Aliens,
fucking,
literally. There's
yeah,
more than one.
It's like a video
There's
game.
like three of them.
plural.
Yeah, it's an action movie the whole time,
Yeah.
and then, but go ahead.
I mean, you didn't finish that.
Nothing. I'm
What?
just nothing. That's just what I love about those two movies. Is they're so different.
Nice, awesome, ladies. We did show you the trailer. Did you have any opinions on the trailer? Did you hear about this beforehand?
No.
No.
You guys remember Prometheus?
Yes.
Came out a few
Have
years
anybody
ago.
watched
Did anyone
that?
watch
Yes,
that?
I fell asleep. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I can see that.
It was a
Yeah.
bad movie, so I mean that's we all agree. On
I
that.
wouldn't say like bad is horrible.
It's
a good,
slow.
it's-
It's definitely slow.
It
I
was
watched.
fall asleep
If
worthy.
something doesn't explode in like the first 2 minutes, I'm out.
Ridley Scott.
Sleep.
This was the end of Ridley Scott's, I think, his sleeper phase.
Yeah.
He wanted to do a lot of cinematography. It looked pretty,
It was pretty.
It was, yeah.
but it was
very
boring
pretty.
as fuck.
Yes, it was.
Too pretty.
Martian though. Did anyone see The Martian?
Yes.
That was his
Amazing.
return to form.
Yes.
That's the same
Amazing.
director. But it was the end of
Unbelievable.
his sort of like, everything's gonna be pretty and
Done
no one's
being
gonna say
boring
shit
now.
for a while.
Yeah.
So The Martian is now. This is him coming back. I feel from the trailers. So
Good cast.
yeah, great cast and hopefully a lot of action.
When I saw
Yeah.
Prometheus, which is the prequel to this, right? This is the sequel.
Yeah, Prometheus is the
Right.
very first prequel to
Prequel.
all of the Alien franchise.
Right, and when I saw that movie, I had no idea that it had anything to do with Alien.
Until
Same.
the very end.
That's sort of like the
until
way that they
the
wanted
face
to
grabber
go.
things, and then I Googled it, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Like the whole time, I had
Oh,
no
really?
idea.
Before you even saw the movie?
But yeah, not at all. I watched it on TV or something like that. It didn't strike my interest whatsoever to watch.
I actually
it in
have
theaters.
recorded your reaction to this.
Oh yeah, what was
Those are aliens!
No, you're trying to record it.
Aliens! Oh, God. Aliens! Oh, they cut the lights off. Aliens! Oh, they cut the lights Y'all off. need to be shooting that! Y'all need to be shooting this shit right here!
You got really good audio from Ryan.
I was there.
Great audio.
I just had it up to his face.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
That was me in the movie theater, by the way.
Yeah. We saw it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was perfect. So no, this looks great. I think this makes me want to see it more. It comes out soon. I don't know.
This week. This week.
I'll be there.
No, that trailer looks really cool, and I'm glad. Like
This
that-
is the best. May 19th. It's the best trailer that I've seen so
Wait,
far for this franchise.
I've
Or
heard
for
from
this.
a lot of people who've seen Prometheus that they also didn't know that it was an alien movie until they watched it.
Well, I mean,
or until later on, it got like all these bad reviews.
I had to obviously look up all of the news stories beforehand, so I knew it was coming. That it was like there was a lot of back and forth. So it was like it's not, but it is, but it kind of ties in, and blah blah blah. They were going back and forth, and then finally, when the movie came out, it's like clearly this ties into Alien.
Plus
But I don't know why they fought the whole like tie-in to Aliens, because it was perfect. It was really great, like how they sort of found it was a biological weapon that turned into the sort of xenomorphs eventually. And now this is kind of that fruition, and now you see the actual aliens themselves. And in this trailer that I'm watching that we watched right now, you see the sort of pre-xenomorphs that are very different, but very, very much something that will lead into it
Like
eventually.
the baby xenomorphs.
The baby xenomorphs,
Kinda
exactly.
cute, but they still kill you.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
right in your brain.
Yeah, but that was my
blood
point. Is that
just
they're
dissolve.
actually marketing it like it's a movie for. Well, obviously, because it's called fucking Alien Covenant.
Aliens.
But
Yeah.
but like Prometheus,
Those are
they marketed
aliens!
it like it was something different, completely different. It wasn't. They never showed any sort of sign that it would be connected to these movies.
I just now
Right.
found that out because, like I said, I fell asleep. So
See,
yeah, thanks, guys.
Those are aliens!
Check out Alien Covenant, and you might get your daily dose of xenomorph.
All right.
There you
Aliens.
Thank you.
that's what the aliens
Those are
called.
aliens!
go. All right, we have 2 more trailers to cover. The next one is Kong.
It's all right. I don't have anything to talk about.
This
so.
is the end. Yeah.
This is the
This
end,
is the
my
end.
friend.
This is the end. Speaking of doors, we got the doors in here. No. Yes.
Fail.
No. Yes.
No.
Yes. Thank you. All right, Kong Skull Island. You have a
Hold on, back up.
What was that?
What was that? What were you trying to
what
do right
was
now?
that?
Friendly,
Let's go back into that.
Right, I know. That's why I sang the song. And
But what
then,
were you
and then you
talking
said,
about?
speaking of which, we have the doors.
No, it's in the trailer.
Are in.
The doors are in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's what that was.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. No, now I'm going on you guys. You guys fucked up because you
Okay.
didn't realize that the doors were in the goddamn trailer.
You're the only one that
All
noticed.
5 of us.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was
All right.
all 5
No,
of us.
now y'all fucked up.
Couldn't be you.
No, y'all fucked up. I was good
Couldn't be
until
one
y'all
out of.
fucked.
Couldn't be
until
one out
you-
of 5.
Yeah.
Until you told me how.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you all fucked
That was
up.
that was vague. Bro.
Now y'all fucked up.
I was so confused.
Exactly. I was like, wait, what? How do you not understand what I was
Right.
talking about?
Yeah.
The doors are in this trailer,
Now we
you
get
guys.
it.
Now,
Now
we
we
get,
get
it.
it.
Now we get
Now
it.
we get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Which song? I
All
don't
right.
remember.
I think
He doesn't even know.
No,
it's
it doesn't
Get
He doesn't
Out.
even
It's-
fucking know. He has no clue.
Doesn't
He
matter.
read about it.
Break on through.
Bring out those. Thank you. No, I think this is the final trailer for Kong, but this has to be the most action in the trailers that have been released for this Kong Skull Island. And for people that don't understand, the Kong Skull Island is actually going to now tie into Godzilla, the new Godzilla franchise.
Can you clear something up for
All
me?
right. Maybe.
Is this
The Doors.
like a whole new?
This is, yes, Ryan. The Doors are in this trailer.
The Doors. No, that's a band.
Moving
right?
on.
It's just-
Moving on.
No, this is this like technically a reboot because this has nothing to do with the
the Peter
other
Jackson.
the King Kong.
Yes. Okay. So let's clear this up.
I thought this was a sequel the whole fucking time, and then I saw
Really?
this trailer.
All right.
As did I.
Okay. Wow. All right. So for those people that don't know, this is a brand new reboot for the King Kong franchise
Already.
Yeah. I mean, what that was like a decade ago, to be honest.
King Kong's the Spider-Man of the monster universe.
Kind of. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you. But here's the thing. So, I mean, I've been following this so much that it's very weird when other people kind of ask me like the specifics of all this. King Kong, I guess, could be classified as the Spider-Man of this universe. So we all remember the Peter Jackson version of this. This came out in 2001, 2, whatever. Very close to the end of
It wasn't that early.
Lord of the Rings.
It was like no.
Can you
no,
look it
Yeah,
up?
it seems like a long
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it
No,
up.
it was close.
Somebody look it up so I don't have to.
It was
I'm
close to The
looking it up
Hobbit. It was a
right
few years before The
now.
Hobbit.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
When did Peter Jackson's King Kong come out, Ricky?
I'm gonna say 2010.
10
That's
and
8
2.
years, 8 years.
Those are very,
2002.
very different years.
I say 2010.
10 and 2.
2005.
I was
That's
closer.
pretty close. Yeah, you go.
I win.
That long ago?
I win.
That was more than a decade ago.
2005.
2005 is more than a decade ago, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. People think I think people think it's way longer than it was. So that was very close to the source material of King Kong. This
Right.
is a very large departure. I think this is all presumably all taking place on Skull Island, where they find King Kong, and so you have a lot of you have a lot of beasts and creatures on this island, as well as King Kong, who, for this interpretation of him, is a lot fucking bigger.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people know this. He's actually supposed to face Godzilla in a future installment. The owner of the rights for King Kong and Godzilla have now come together so that eventually they're gonna have a King Kong versus Godzilla
Fuck
movie.
yes.
And I am so excited about this.
Yes. Needs
That's
to
why
happen.
in this trailer he is way bigger than any other
he's
interpretation
gigantic.
of King Kong
Yeah.
ever. He is huge. And then obviously the Godzilla was gigantic as well. And so in this one, this takes place in the 70s. Godzilla takes place in 2012 is when it came out.
Godzilla,
the
are you
latest
talking
one?
about the original or
No,
the
Yeah,
the
which one are you
latest
talking
one.
about? The latest
Silent
one?
or the
No,
original?
that
I'm sorry.
was.
2000.
That was
14.
recent.
14.
I want to say 15.
14. Going 14, fingers crossed.
I'm gonna look it
Maybe
up.
15.
I'm looking it up. Keep talking while I look this up.
All right, go for it. Either way, they have the franchises decades apart. And so you have the 70s versus Godzilla of 2000 something.
2014.
14. Boom.
Damn.
Suck a dick.
Damn.
All right.
Bag of dicks.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a bag of dicks. Boom. So you have Godzilla of 2014
Why does
versus.
that seem like it was just like fucking like last year?
I don't know,
damn
dude.
it.
You guys have no concept of time.
Where am I right
she
now?
does.
So now.
What year
yeah.
is it? Where am I?
2017? Okay. Hi.
I'm in
Welcome.
the future.
Now they're going to fight in a future installment, I believe in 2019 or 20 at the latest.
16.
Past? They fight in the past. All right, Ricky. All right, we'll see that. No,
the
but yeah,
future.
so I'm really excited about this, not only because of the fact that this really sets up a lot of the creatures that I loved growing up. When I was a kid, my aunt or my tia, she had a VHS of, I think it was Godzilla.
Gross.
Shut the fuck up, Ricky. Godzilla and his son, Minya-san.
Yes.
But it was on Monster Island. And they had so many different monsters.
That's the Godzilla I know and loved when I was growing up.
Yes.
That
I
movie
like
was back in the
Mothra.
50s.
Mothra. You had all of these monsters on Monster Island.
Fucking T-Rex.
For those of you that don't know, that's me. That is me doing my best T-Rex. Thank you. And so on Monster Island, you have all these crazy ass creatures, and this is what I'm seeing with this trailer. I love it. I saw a spider. I saw some sort of weird water buffalo. I saw skull crawlers, whatever those are. King Kong, dead. What we presume can be King Kong or other Kongs. They're giant looking like ape
His family
skeletons. Yeah. Dude, it looks so good, and I cannot wait for this movie to come out because it might be the best monster movie I've seen in my lifetime.
Damn.
Did you guys already talk about Godzilla 2000?
No, please
missed
chime in
it.
on that.
You missed it.
Chime in on that.
I used to love
Matthew
that movie.
Project. Matthew
Best
Project,
movie
go.
ever.
I used to love that fucking movie, and I had the toy where he would he ate the soldiers, and then you'd open up his back and get him out.
So he had like
out. It was and that's why my parents like rented me the ones you guys were talking about, all the old ass like Japanese monster movies and shit. And that's basically why I know about the Mothra thing and
You guys know
fucking
about the Godzilla.
Mecha Godzilla versus
the
Godzilla.
Mechagodzilla.
That was 1998. The Godzilla that we know.
98?
98.
I don't know why I
Not
thought it was
the Godzilla
2000.
I know.
That was the one with Matthew Broderick.
Was
Oh,
there?
that's
How
that
many
one,
times
no.
have they made these movies? That's
Like,
No. Well,
They
Godzilla.
started in the
I'll look it
mid-50s.
up. Godzilla.
right. I know, but I mean, like
No,
Hollywood's
I
tried
think
to
it was
recreate
even earlier
Godzilla
than
and,
30s.
and King Kong like
Lots.
plenty of times, right?
Yeah, a lot.
I want to say earlier than the 50s.
I think you nailed it with the
Godzilla's
Spider-Man
first
reference.
appearance was 1954.
Wow.
And at the time, I think it was like Gojira.
Yeah.
Gojira.
All right, hold on.
Gojira.
Hear me out, guys. Fucking Megazord versus Godzilla and King Kong.
Dragon Zord. No, Dragon Zord versus Godzilla versus King Kong. Boom.
Ooh.
Just the one?
Well, Dragon Zord's a dragon.
Wait,
Green
which
Ra-
King Kong if it's the new one? He's
Megazord has a sword. I feel it's slightly unfair.
But versus the both of them.
Destroyed it.
What'd you just drop?
That's a pin.
Everything.
The fucking Green Ranger's so selfish. He can't even share a Megazord. He's got his own Megazord. He's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I have a shield.
I got my flute.
He, like,
Check out this fucking shield right here, brah.
how much more can they make him stand out from the crowd? Like, they gave him a shield, they gave him a flute, a dagger,
And they made him
And
good
they
looking.
and they what?
Oh.
They made him good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the best looking of all of them.
As a peak ranger.
I feel like all that shit went to that dude's head because he's such a piece of shit.
No,
man.
he is. Okay, side note.
JDF.
I have a side note for you guys.
All right.
hear it.
You go next.
You go first. No,
Okay.
you
Oh,
you go first.
Go first.
The guy that I work with at work was
the Green Ranger.
Detective Stone on the very, very first Power Rangers.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know him.
Oh,
He's my
shit.
coworker.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Badass.
Greg, if you're listening, hi.
Shout out Greg.
Shout out Greg.
Shout out Greg.
I want to know where Bulk and Skull are.
At different conventions, basically. All right. So my side note, I have my So I take karate. My instructors know Jason David Frank, the guy who played the Green Ranger, personally, and they all say he's a dick.
Oh, is he still good looking?
Yeah, that's all we really care about.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no,
Yeah, probably.
he's a handsome dude.
more bald, but
So
still,
he didn't have
I
the
guess
Wolverine
He
he's
could
not
wear a
bald.
hat. He could wear a hat.
Well, no, his forehead just became a 5-head.
That's fine.
Like his
Hats are
hairline
fine.
was
Receding hairline.
Yeah, exactly.
He aged really well. He's
Okay.
got to be like 50 now.
Okay, it's all good. It's
45,
fine.
like 40.
JDF.
No.
We'll find
How
out.
old
We'll,
is
we'll
he?
find out right now.
It's fine.
I've never met him, so I don't know.
He's got to be in his 40s.
I met him. He's so great. He's nice.
Oh wait, no,
He was
I
nice
met
to
him
me.
once.
We met
I
him that
once.
one time. Yeah, but what
one time?
What was the first thing he said? You guys go to my booth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could buy
Exactly.
shit
Give me
from
money?
him.
Did
Exactly.
Of course we did it.
He is
43.
Like
He is
43.
43,
eyes.
and he looks like basically.
Wait, I
that's
wanna
that's
see.
good. Great example.
No,
He's a
not
great
so
example of what he
pretty.
looks like.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
No,
No.
reminds me of
Oh, he came
Illinois.
out in the newer one, not the new one that's coming out.
The new.
Yeah,
Another
the
one.
new.
The new.
There's another one. He was like a professor, and I watched it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He was. I mean, he was
Professor
the
Power
longest.
Ranger.
All
I
my
think he was.
fantasies went away.
I might be wrong, but I think it was the longest lasting original.
Like this is
cast
what he
member.
look. Here's what he looked like in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah,
Boom.
that was my childhood.
Mullet.
Mullet, dude. I actually didn't even know that was a mullet until now.
Well, it wasn't before. He had a ponytail.
And this is him now.
Who's this guy?
Ooh.
Hold on. Oh, I fucked up.
yeah.
I don't know what happened. My screen's frozen.
There he is. Mm.
Right
Damn.
There he
there,
is.
delicious.
JDF.
But-
And this is
Oh,
him now.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Now
cookies, yummy.
I love
Cookies.
cookies. I love
Munchies. There we go.
There he is, right there. Middle.
Middle?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
God damn it.
Horrible.
Right there.
Right
That
there,
one?
naked.
This is
Yeah.
it.
That's good.
Naked. Get him.
Naked.
That works.
He's also like a Jesus freak too, which kind of weirds me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take that down.
What I think there was a team he was on is Jesus didn't tap out or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That was him.
Doesn't.
He did.
I'm like,
he did
he
MMA.
couldn't tap out because his hands
He
were
literally
nailed
could
to
not.
fucking wood.
Literally could not.
He's like, he was probably trying to tap out, but he couldn't because wood and nails in his flesh. Yeah. So there you go.
He was being armbarred
Sorry,
by
He was
Jews.
being armbarred by metal.
Too soon?
Not Jews,
no.
fucking the Romans.
Yeah. Roman. He got him in the Roman armbar. Where he has metal in his fucking hands.
I wasn't for sure if I was going
Oh my
to hell
God, dude.
before. I'm for sure now. For
I think
sure.
I might be there for laughing.
That was probably the funniest thing Garrett's ever said. That was extremely
Got him in the
funny.
Roman armbar.
No, just the fact that he said he couldn't tap out.
No, he couldn't.
It's true.
Yes, that was impossible.
How could you?
So funny.
Because metal
Science.
in his wrists. All right. Is that the last thing? No, very last
should be.
trailer.
It should be.
That should be it.
Just end on that.
Just turn everything
All right.
off, guys.
No. What else you got?
I
Hold
don't know
on.
when to quit.
I'm not ready to go yet.
Very last trailer.
Oh, this. Yeah.
The Will Smith trailer. Okay, so this is very interesting to me. You have Will Smith.
Yes.
You have Max Landis. You might not know him. He is a very great writer. And you have
What's his other work?
Matt Damon.
Max Landis.
I will bring it up in a second. But the director is the director. Oh, where are you? Why isn't your name here? It is Matt Damon. It's not Matt Damon. God damn it.
All right.
We
never gonna
are professional.
JDF.
Shit, I so fucked up because I thought it was gonna be right here.
Just
No.
put up a picture of Will Smith.
All right, I'm sorry.
We'll
Oh,
put
okay.
Will
So
Smith.
M. Night
so
Shyamalan?
No.
Max Landis did
Oh.
Mr. Right, which I didn't see.
Here, I'm gonna look.
American Ultra
Yeah.
and Meet Your Makers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Chronicle.
Yeah.
From Narnia?
No, Chronicle.
Of Narnia.
Isn't that one where like the kids fly and shit?
Yes, that is.
that what that is?
That's when they have superpowers.
Okay. American Ultra was really good. That was the one where he's a sleeper agent.
Right.
It's Kristen
He's
Stewart.
Stoner agent.
Yeah, Kristen
Sleeper stoner.
Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg, the guy
Yeah.
from.
I'm sure if I saw
I'm
I
trying to
saw a
explain it to
picture, I
them,
don't
and they're just
remember,
looking at me
yeah.
like,
Social
I
Network.
have no
that's
fucking
not-
idea.
David Ayer.
The Social Network.
David Ayer.
Suicide Squad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Exciting things.
That's yeah.
David Ayer is the director of this.
Suicide Squad.
Which?
Suicide Squad.
Oh, he did Suicide
Rain
Squad.
Today. Hold on. I'll put it up right now. Beep 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 beep.
Just underwear for some reason. Right now.
But
It's fine.
cheese.
I'm okay with
Booty.
that. It's good.
It's gonna be a
Here, I'll
Netflix
do it.
movie.
Just you go ahead with your.
Thank you. All right. So David Ayer, who is the director of Training Day, Suicide Squad, End of Watch, SWAT, and a bunch of other really great things. He is directing a brand new, and this is very interesting and important, Netflix movie. So Netflix has kind of come up from this whole renting other movies sort of thing to its own new studio now that has its own, obviously, money behind it. It's becoming a juggernaut because it's getting big-ass names.
Which makes a lot of sense as to why the recent content fucking sucks. Like everything that they have that isn't Netflix original blows, dude. Like,
That's
it's
actually
like
I was gonna say the
it's
same
true.
thing. I'm
Yeah,
like, why can't I
it's true.
find the movie that I want? Like it's out, but it's
Or
not
why
on here.
can't you find the good ones? It's part 2, 3, 4, 5, but you can't find
Yes.
part 1.
Right.
Or you'll find part 1 and 2, but not 3. And it
Right.
jumps to 4 because
Yeah.
it takes the
Their-
good ones out.
Their actual content.
That's why we have the
Uh,
internet.
Yeah, the actual Well, we'll talk about that later. The actual content on Netflix has been kind of hindering as far as sequels and the movies from other studios.
I would cancel it if it weren't for the original Marvel shit that they're.
And that's
putting out.
what I'm talking about. The original content by
That's
Netflix is stepping up. And so I will say this. So right now they have a bunch of great content as far as series. So you have Stranger Things.
Yes.
You have Orange is the New
Black.
Black. You have
Luke
Frontier,
Cage.
Luke Cage, all the other Marvel
Jessica
stuff.
Jones.
Jessica Jones, yes. There's
Iron
a bunch
Fist coming
of
soon.
great series that are on Netflix as a exclusive.
How is Luke
And-
Cage, by the way?
Great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Steve fucking hates it, but I think it's because he's black.
Well,
Like,
I don't understand
but-
what that means.
Well, that's based on the conversation I've had with him. He was just like,
I've not
dude,
had a conversation
he
with
was
him
like,
about this.
bro, like the dialogue is like some guy just hung out and just jotted down what black people said and then thought like that's how all of them
Sweet
talk.
Christmas?
Ask him what the Get Down. What he feels about the Get Down.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
What's it?
another
it's on
Netflix
Netflix. It's a
original.
Netflix original. It's
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
Oh, well, that was his complaint.
I'm not going to tell you what I think about it until you ask him what he thinks about it.
He was just telling me. He just said the dialogue is just like bullshit, and he can't get over it. So.
Fair enough. All right, cool.
Not bad.
But for this, there's a lot of real cool stuff, and now they're doing feature films. So this is great. The most recent great news story that came out besides this was that the new Martin Scorsese film is going to be done by Netflix.
Godfather 4.
What?
No.
What?
Martin Scorsese.
What?
Shut up. It's called The Irishman.
Do you have that up?
I don't, but I know it. I know it just off the top of my head. Martin Scorsese is going to be doing a movie called The Irishman, which is basically a new gangster film, but he's bringing in all of his old, basically gangster film buddies. So you have. I gotta pull the goddamn thing up.
I was about to bring it up for you, but you
go do it.
said- he was like, "I got it. It's here."
Yeah, De
I know what it's
Niro.
called. I just don't know that everyone's in it.
De
So you have
Niro.
Al Pacino,
Pacino.
Irishman. It's called The Irishman.
The guy from
I'm faster than you.
Garrett's Faster. We're gonna have some dead air.
Jesus Christ!
Nope.
Wow.
Got
I'm
it.
trying
Alright,
to
so
do
you
it
have,
for you so you can
Thank
talk.
you. You have Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci,
Nice.
Joe Pesci,
Harvey
agreed to be in this?
Keitel, all in the same movie, directed by fucking Martin Scorsese.
Okay,
Wow.
that should
It's gonna
be
be good.
really good.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Netflix has become a beast as a studio. It's not only just what you can rent from other studios. It's become its own studio that is now funding great content that other studios are scared to fund. And that's what I think is great. So recently, I'll say this. Martin Scorsese directed a film called Silence. That movie made no money.
What'd you think about
it
Shutter?
lost
Nominated
a
for an
lot
Oscar.
What'd you think
of
about
money.
Shutter Island, dude?
That was
I'm
a-
talking about a different
I
subject.
liked
Ryan,
it, though.
I like
calm
that
the
one.
fuck
That was a
down.
good one.
What'd you think
Calm
about?
the fuck down right now, Ryan.
But what'd you think about Shutter Island, though?
Chill.
Silence was Oscar nominated.
Silence.
He's never seen Shutter
I've
Island.
never seen
It was
Shutter.
good.
You should watch it.
Fuck you, Garrett.
I think
liked
it's
it.
good. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a great
Silence was nominated for an Oscar, but it didn't win anything. But the same thing is, I saw trailers. It looked great. And
Suicide Squad won an
shut the
Oscar.
fuck up, dude. I'm trying to prove a point. All right, Martin
Which one was
Scorsese
Silence?
That was the one with Andrew Garfield.
and Kylo Ren, Adam Driver,
Nope. Don't.
Okay.
Still not.
Qui-Gon Jinn,
Matt.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Matt, the
Radar technique. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I didn't
Thank
see
you.
it.
All right, but either way, the last film he did, Silence, was very much a bomb as far as the box office goes, and so now it's a very new platform where Netflix is saying, "Hey, we'll take your next movie endeavor, which sounds awesome, and we'll fund that." And it's a brand new studio basically coming out of nowhere, but people will watch because, and here's why, they don't have to leave their fucking house to watch the
yeah.
movie.
I feel like that's gonna change pretty soon, though.
And that's exactly. I'm in the same mindset. It's a brand new landscape where if people hear it's going to be an amazing film and you don't have to leave your house, I'll watch it.
I'm in.
This movie comes out in December. Or no,
Especially
I'm
if
sorry.
that's something that
There's no-
millions of people already have.
Yes. So The
Right.
Irishman is going to be a brand new Scorsese film funded by Netflix and put out on Netflix. As soon as it drops, I will watch that shit. You know why? I don't have to pay any more money, and I don't have to leave my house.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So guaranteed this
got
is
a
going to
comfy
get
couch.
so many, so many views. And that's why I think Netflix is a brand new platform. It's starting the new sort of era that's coming out for movies. It's no longer just Paramount, Warner Brothers, Universal, all these things. These studios that give the money, but then you still have to
Right.
go out and pay like 10, $20 for a ticket, depending on when you go, how you see it.
But do
It's-
you think, like, they're gonna stay that way, where they're gonna front the money and produce these movies so that you can just watch them at home? Like, or do you think that they'll wind up putting their name and producing like feature films and big box office movies that'll end up being in the theaters?
I think
I don't.
eventually it'll change.
I think
You
so
don't?
too. I think it'll change. I think
it has to change.
They'll just keep bumping up the price.
Something.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
either
that
that
might
or
happen.
it's got to happen. Especially if they're paying these big name actors and directors to do these things. Like it's one thing to do those series with people who aren't that well known with like newer actors and stuff too, but it's another thing to be doing shit like this. Or the thing that they did with Adam Sandler where they gave him like an 8 movie deal.
Right.
Yeah.
How many times has Netflix like raised their prices? Like what? Like was it like once?
It's
Once.
been a
It was
while.
$7.99.
Right, and then it once raised.
And
its
I'm
price.
pissed.
It's been a while.
But since then, we've gotten all these Adam Sandler movies.
I was paying $9.99 at some point to get Blu-rays sent to my house and stream live.
But
And
here's the
and
thing.
stream movies, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was that was
will be
before they
honest.
did the
Oh,
and I stopped doing the Blu-rays.
I'm not using
Gotcha.
my own. I used to pay for Netflix. My sister now pays for Netflix and gives it to our whole family.
Nice.
They're
And
changing
so-
that.
What happens when more than 2 of you want to watch Netflix?
Yeah,
You
they're
pay
gonna
for
they're
the
gonna cut
fourth.
that down.
You pay for
It's never
4
been a
TVs.
problem.
You have to pay more for
Yeah.
more. or
You
extra
add
t-
another
Jesus.
$2 and you get 4 TVs at once.
Well, what we started doing was we pay for Hulu, so we have people who get. We have friends who have Hulu, our Hulu account, and they gave us their Amazon Prime account.
Nice.
And then we gave somebody else our Hulu account, and they gave us their Netflix account.
Oh,
So,
Okay, trade.
yeah.
Damn, that's
Nice.
a good idea. How do I get on this?
Right?
Well, I'm all tapped out, bro.
I've
can't-
I've
bring
never
something
run
to the
into the
table.
problem as far as the multiple people on Netflix at once. But I mean,
Also,
yeah.
Netflix is changing it that it has
I
to
got
match
DirecTV.
the address that the TVs are coming off on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
They're
I mean,
smart.
They're trying to
it
do
hasn't
it. I
done
don't
that
know.
yet.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely done that like on the go.
There's gonna be a way around that, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
exactly.
has to be.
TV. I don't pay for
'Cause
anything. Which
We all
you
watch it on
bastard.
our phones, right? It's
First of
gonna
all,
have
there's
the
already
address where we're at.
GPS fakers for like Pokemon Go.
Right.
Like we can just play like I'm at this location.
Put a beacon somewhere else.
Exactly, and they're like, now I can watch Netflix. Boom.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how they would regulate that. That's kind of a.
They could try.
They
They
I
know.
mean, I get it as like a
They
business
know, bro.
standpoint.
I have Netflix, and
Yeah,
I
but-
think my brother and his kids use it more than I do. Like, I think I'm paying for them to use it, which
Yeah, I
isn't a
think-
problem, but at the end of the day, they're using it more than I do.
Right.
Yeah.
I think my
Exactly.
brother uses it more than me too.
Either way, getting back to this, I really want to check out the new David Ayer movie with Will Smith. It looks cool, and the Irishman when it comes out.
It's just crazy to me that they have these like fucking big time A-list dudes doing these movies.
Yeah, pretty damn awesome. David Ayer and Will Smith, and then it's we talked about this last week with what was it, Colossal with Anne Hathaway and the whole kaiju thing where she sort of controlled it. It's a brand new sort of take on movies. Like I haven't really seen a blockbuster movie where he's basically playing a cop drama, but in a world with orcs and fairies and all this other shit, basically. Magic.
What is this?
And Matt Damon.
I don't know what that is.
That's what
What are
this
you talking
Will
about?
Smith movie is.
The trailer.
Oh.
That is?
That's what this guy. Look at this,
This-
guy.
this-
look
look
at his
at-
face.
I
He
did-
doesn't look like a
Look at
fairy.
Will
He's an orc with a hoodie.
I did not get
Okay.
any of that.
I
got
was looking.
fucking
I was looking for a
fangs.
fairy. I
Will Smith
apologize.
has
That's an orc
fangs.
with a hoodie.
Oh, okay.
This is Will Smith.
Looks like a burn victim.
Look
Well,
at Will
where's the
Smith.
fairy?
No, that's an orc with a hoodie.
Oh, I
Can
This
we
is
find
Will
the fairy?
Smith.
I thought that guy was.
I'm sorry, I didn't know we all didn't watch the same trailer.
I watched
Okay,
it.
let's watch it. Let's
All right.
watch it. Okay.
Let's watch the same
Let's
trailer.
really
No,
pay
it's fine.
attention
Don't
this
put it
time.
on again. It's all
Ga-
good.
gangs.
Hang on,
We
we're
got
gonna-
gangs. We got
Blockades.
police.
That's like LA.
Will
right?
Smith.
L.A.
Okay.
We got
Uh-huh.
ice.
Orc with a hoodie.
We got
I
an
thought
orc.
he had tattoos.
I
She
thought
thought-
Weird
he was
fairy
funny.
person.
Oh, fairy.
Fairies.
Okay.
Experience.
Sword?
Sword.
Oh,
Zordon.
Weird magic tree.
I
Lights.
didn't think
Vampires.
There's a bunch of, and then he
Where's
said
the
there's
glitter,
dialogue.
guys?
There's
Got a, like
the-
a horse thing.
right.
Got
No,
it. I
that's
thought
the
it was
name.
just the Boys in the Hood
I'm
remake.
disappointed.
Okay.
I didn't see.
All right. None of us saw apparently what the
Zero
trailer was.
glitter. Zero glitter in there. I just want to point that out.
If he
everybody.
doesn't have a fucking rap single for this one, I don't give a fuck
Whoa,
about
whoa,
it.
whoa, West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada.
Get
None
jiggy
of
with
this,
it.
6 gun of this, brother running this,
Na, na,
Buffalo
na, na,
Soldier.
na.
Look, it's like I told you.
That's about
Any
time.
damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress, which you meet Jim West.
Oh
Wicka,
my
wicka,
God.
wicka, wicka, wow, wow, West.
Just happened, everybody.
What's up?
Have you
Garrett
seen
is
Wild Wild
Bosley.
West? Can you please give him a name? Please?
No.
Please give him a name having to do with Wild Wild West.
No.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Oh, have you seen it?
Son of a
I've
bitch.
seen
I
it.
saw the
Can you
spider
please
crawling
give him a
thing,
name?
and that was
Garrett
it.
needs a name.
What
I'll think about it. You can't. Put me on the
Oh well,
spot.
we're about to wrap, so
yeah,
we gotta
this
figure it out.
This is the end.
Me and Garrett need names.
We are nameless.
Oh.
We're on the spot now.
Yeah.
Lolly, we
Spot.
need your help. I know she's watching. I know she's watching.
Maybe she'll text one of us.
Lolly is the
Facebook Live.
queen. She is the
Check out
queen.
Facebook Live real quick. All right. Well, then let's do this. While someone figures out our nicknames, I want to say thank you for listening so much. Thank you to our guests, the LA Renegades. Where can they find you and where can they see your matches?
So you can find us on Facebook at Los Angeles Renegades. Just look us up. And on Instagram and Twitter, it's LA Renegades. On Snapchat, it's LA_Renegades.
And you can check out our next bout. Our next bout's going to be on March 18th, and it's going to be at the Cal Skate
Hockey Association
In West Covina.
In West Covina, off of Merced.
Yep.
Sweet.
Doors open
And-
at 5, starts at 5:30.
And remember, that's a double header. It's a 2-for-1 deal right there.
And if you think you have what it takes to be an LA Renegade, email me at joinlarrg@gmail.com.
And if you don't want to join, you just want to drink with us, Cinco de Drinko, just saying.
Cinco de
May 5th.
Drinko.
May 5th.
Yeah.
Always a good
Accept it.
time.
Red
Also,
Wing.
Friday,
if
right?
if you don't want to drink with them and or if you want to join them and drink with us, I was gonna say, email us. You could be a guest on the show. No. Thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe at however you're listening, and then follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Humpcast. You can follow me at
SoundCloud.
Garrett_AM Lee and Mitch_Striker at Twitter and Instagram. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, at Snapchat. There you go.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan P. Demers to go to teamryand.com. I just recently updated my website, so I got some new videos there. And look out for a couple new projects that I got coming on. And if you're not going to go... No, never mind. I won't even say it. Just go to fucking... just go to Silver Dollar Saloon next Tuesday.
Just be there.
Just go to Silver Dollar Saloon next Tuesday. I'll have T-shirts for sale.
Yes.
Ryan D. comedy T-shirts, guys.
Damn.
I'm going to throw it up what they're going to look like pretty soon. I'm going to get them made this week.
Teaser.
Light it up.
You would call it a teaser. You can follow me at twitter.com/Ricky C. My Instagram is RickyC90. And I'm going to end the show on At the Drive-In, coming back from 2000, the year 2000, the future.
It's not a
took
new
a time
song,
machine.
right?
It is a new song.
Shut
they
the
have
fuck
a new
up.
album coming out called
Why?
Inter.
Ryan didn't even know.
I didn't. That's awesome.
2017. The song's called Incurably Innocent. Check it out. Check out the LA Renegades. And
Do
good
it.
night.
Later.